Welcome to Memes and Movers. I'm your host, Trader Prad. We were missing the beautiful Miss V today, but we're here. I'm gonna be here for the whole show. Actually, let's move right into the stock market. 158 on AMD. Well, there had some size on 158, so I'm just gonna go try taking the long in front of that, and we'll see if we can scalp some from some longs in front of that. Exactly. I tried to go long in front of 159 or so, but as soon as the stock did go to 158, it dipped just slightly under 158, and there was some size, like I just said. And we're just trying to go see if the stock can hold up in front of that, and we get maybe a dollar or two scalp or so. So AMD, we are now long. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know markets just completely reversed on everyone. So if you were longs, I kind of got burned. So for me, for example, just now on AMD or on Nvidia, I was trying to catch the bottoms, and on both I kind of got burned there. So we're just moving on from that little pain. Kind of a red day for me today. Overall, that 158 ended up breaking and not ended up holding as I expected it to or thought it would. And we'll just give it a couple more seconds to see if it's going to. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Thank you. Let me just do this. Go to, which one is it? There we go. Awesome. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're back. Pat, do you think you will get 1K likes without Miss V? Well, obviously, the answer we give to everyone is we don't have a crystal ball, but I would love to get a 1K like day with or without Miss V. Hopefully, we can get 7. How many days are we? 9 days in a row. So hopefully, 10 days in a row, we can hit that 1K like. But Miss V's still here in spirit. She's in chat. She's here in spirit. So I'm sure you guys will bless the show with the like button. Get Greg in the seat. Yeah, I did tell Greg whenever he's free, whenever he wants to hop in, feel free to jump in and save my voice a little bit. So we're gonna be looking for that too. All right. Where are we going to Fed talking nonsense? Yeah, obviously, the Fed came out with the transitory news no longer holding up, and the whole joke has been made, or the word transitory has turned into a joke in Reddit memes so far. So we were just waiting for that day for when the Fed comes out saying transitory, it's no longer going to hold up like that. It's just a fake word at this point, and inflation is just going to stick around. This market just wants to keep going lower. Longs are just absolutely not it. So I'm just going to be hands off on that long side either. Maybe if we go to 155 on AMD, but that's absolutely insane. Roblox long, I was long Roblox at 130, but yeah, look how it just went to 128 or so. So, I should have given it that room maybe, but no. Obviously with the overall down move in the market, I don't see the stock going back towards a VWAP anytime soon. So I'm just going to avoid that side of the market, or just playing longs in general right now. But the market making a pretty good comeback over here overall. It wants to go towards, it found a bottom on 393 for QQQs, and it wants to go around to maybe 395, 396 or so. So we'll see what happens on the QQQ there. And on the SPYs, we just bounced off of, I think, 457. Let me just hover my mouse. So 457, 20, 16, 457, 16 or so. We just bounced off of that. So there we go. Roblox, nice little long in front of 128 if you took that. But I did not. I'm not going to touch that. For me right now, I'm just looking for stocks that are bouncing and go higher so I could look for shorts. Sounds like low energy. No, I'm good. I just haven't been able to sleep too much lately. My insomnia is just a complete pain in my butt. But no, we're always good. We're living life on the bright side. How are you guys doing? All right, moving order up to 457.09. You're talking about the SPYs, I'm guessing. Cool. RNTX newer high. Let's go check out RNTX. I see Miss V talking in the chat. Hi, Miss V. Hope you are getting better. Get well soon. So we do miss you. At least I miss you. I know the chat for sure misses you. RNXT. There you go. RNXT. So RNXT with about 7.7 million shares today to the top side, I'm gonna guess. Let's let the charts load up here. Come on. Hi, Val. But yeah, so there you go. It's 34% of the top side. RNXT with the $2 move from yesterday's close. Right now, looks like it just broke $10 not too long ago, and is dipping back under 10. Obviously, with the market going up, I would like to see RNXT go up along with it, but overall the market's not really following the stock's not really following the market. I don't think it really has a reason to, and it can have its own catalyst that's allowing it to keep on going. So as you guys can see, the volume spikes are increasing ever since 10 o'clock or so. Looks like 10:30 is actually where the volume spike started happening, and ever since then the volume has not really gone down. So we're looking for it to keep on going, keep going to the high side, baby. I pray for you to get good night's sleep. Yeah, thank you. But it's Miss V. Miss V need Miss V over here. I'm gonna be here with or without sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I forget who said that, but yeah, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Right? Sleep is fine. But we need Miss V. Miss V is the face of the show. We need her. So pray for her. Pray for her. I even said I think Miss V, you can get sick if that power doesn't come back at home and you're just kept in that cold, and the next day she ends up being sick. So that's crazy. I kind of feel bad now. It's like I put the bad juju on her. RNXT, like I said earlier, did come off that to $10.20. It went through $10 and then immediately just cracked under it. Now trying to go find support in front of VWAP. Looks like there's some buying around $9.20 on RNXT. Let's see where it wants to go. Two right, sleep when dead. I mean, yeah, if you don't sleep, then you're probably dead too early and then you're sleeping forever, right? The sleep is overrated guy. Yes, that's right. That's me. Sleep is overrated. I'll sleep when I'm dead. RBLX on New York. Let's go check out where Roblox is looking like. So like I said, I'm not going to expect Roblox to keep on going higher, especially with the whole negative market sentiment. If market did not turn around, if Jay Powell or whoever it was from the Fed chair came out and said, inflation is no longer transitory, could be it could have probably held up in front of VWAP and continued going higher to go test 140s, but because that news came out and because they said it's bad for tech stocks, borrowing money is going to be more expensive. So overall it's just bad news for the stock market, bad news for investors, and that's what we're seeing being reflected into the market. Let's go check what Apple is looking like right now. So the market currently, QQQ is down 1.42%, whereas Apple's nearly the opposite of it. So Apple 1.37%, having its own catalyst, having its own news, doing whatever it really wants at this point. I would like to see Apple go higher from here on out if the market wants to retrace its way back towards the pre-market lows or so. But if Apple doesn't move and the market's moving, then that's kind of a question. I was listening to Arun talk, and I have my own theory on this, and the theory is basically Apple can do whatever Apple wants, but it still has 10% weightage, so it still has a big say in what the overall market does. So if Apple's not moving in relationship with the market to the downside, I do believe that once the upside happens, there's a bigger chance for the pop in Apple to play even harder. So we are seeing the down move overall with the overall market, but it's not as significant as the overall market for Apple. Like we know, C-Ply, not sure what that is. Apple will go back as long as they don't have another big sell program. Apple reacted to UVXY all morning. Okay. UPST bounce off of 210. Let's go check out UPST. UPST today looks like it's up a little bit with the 1.7 million shares traded overall. Not bad. 220 still acting as a rejection point. We have seen that act as a rejection point multiple times in a row now, so that's good to see. It's still being rejected. It's still above 200 though. So if you remember, we have traded UPST shorting it around $200 or so, and then getting long in front of 190. So the fact that now UPST is above 200 200. That's also good for the stock overall. And we are seeing that it held VWAP multiple times before the news dropped. So this could just be, obviously the overall market sentiment, overall news sentiment bringing down the stock. And I would like for it to find support in these ranges, and maybe, rest of the week, starting December next month, we get another test of 220 on UPST. For today, however, I'd like for it to give us some nice opportunities back at VWAP or even back at 220 to go short again. But with how market's moving to the downside, I can't really expect the stock to go back towards those numbers. Seems like everything is getting shorted, but Apple, yeah, everything is indeed getting absolutely destroyed. Not sure why Apple, is having relative strength compared to the overall market. It is, like I said, 10%, a big one of the. It is the biggest weighted stock in the overall QQQs. So would like for it to, somewhat follow suit, but we're not really seeing that right now. Is it a good time to buy AMC? In my opinion, yes. A lot of apes also are probably looking to buy AMC at these prices, $34, $35. We do know that AMC is going to be looking for that change in business plan, not like a complete change, but an addition in business plan, which is selling popcorn to I don't know, like shelves at Costco, maybe shelves at Walmart, or other shelves in general. They're looking to put movie theater popcorns and at your house. So more money, revenue sources, most likely. They also have the whole cryptocurrency acceptance program that they're trying to start. So overall, I am bullish about AMC at these prices. So we'll see if you guys are looking for a swing trade. Yeah, I like the idea. If you guys are looking for an investment, this is a good dip buy opportunity on AMC. Uber also at yesterday's low. Let's go check out Uber. Uber at down almost 4% right now. Let's go see if it's at yesterday's low. So yesterday's low around $38.80, and we're pretty much around that price exactly. So yeah, I kind of could see myself taking this long here. So I'll just do that. I'll take this long, and we'll ride it to see how far we can get out of it. The tape is kind of hot. We're seeing higher than offer prints being taken right now. So people are crossing over, taking out liquidity, let it be market or whatever it is. They are pushing the stock higher, so I'll gladly jump in. Thank you for the call out for the yesterday's low Uber long entry. Have you ever made a croissant sandwich? I think I have. I mean, if I haven't, I sure have had it somewhere outside. With soaring corn prices coming, popcorn is not the business to be. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's for sure a very good point. Yeah, that's a good point indeed. SoFi, yeah, let's go check out SoFi. SoFi, is it under 20? Yes, okay, so SoFi is back under 20, and let's quick pull it up, and it's been under 20 for quite a bit now. Obviously, we haven't traded it for a while. We've been watching SoFi been above $22, above $20, and that's when I remember trading it. So obviously multiple days and down days on the stock, causing it to break down to previous lit ranges over here, find support in front of 1750, I'm guessing, and tried to go back to 20, got rejected around those prices and coming back down here. So we could see maybe the stock holding up here for today, and if more negative news comes out in the overall market, then obviously we could go down to 1650 on SoFi. PROG just shorted a bunch, looking upwards now. PROG just shorted a bunch and looking upwards now, in my opinion. All right, let's go check out. PROG overall, is in a place where it needs to go test those stops at $7 or higher. So until that happens, the short squeeze game on PROG is not really something to keep an eye on. So it's everything above 692 and higher. It needs that stops need to go get triggered, and then they need to shake out those shorts, and that's when you're probably gonna get the short squeeze play for that stock. And the shorts float for it right now is currently at 6.24%. So it's not even a high of a short flow percent. So for those people looking for that play, this is probably not it. Now, is there a different catalyst on it that people are using to go long for? Then obviously that could be something for that to use on that side. Okay, watching the bounce, Powell go back inside your shell. Yeah, I mean, obviously, market did get a little bounce towards 395. We're seeing it curl back to the downside now from 395 on QQQ and 459 on the SPYs. Let's see if they're going to get rejected and go make a new low a day or find a bottom again at 393, create a double bottom, triple bottom, or whatever it is, and then go back towards the VWAP number later on in the day. What do you think about Palantir? Palantir in front of $20. We always love that, but I did say that RBC did downgrade Palantir to $19, I believe. So $20, $19, always bullish in front of these numbers. I actually remember trading Palantir in front of $23 multiple weeks in a row. Every time Palantir went to 23, I would just get long. It's like Auntie Kathy Woods had a big buy order just sitting there and just would not let that level break. So we're looking for that same kind of thesis, same kind of idea on Palantir in front of $20. Right now, what I am seeing is bids stepping up and taking the price higher. And as the price is going higher, the bids are also bringing up their orders. So that just is showing a bullish sentiment. Kind of missed your order if you didn't get in long around these prices. I wouldn't be trying to chase it at this price. So I'd rather wait for the stock to come back to 2050 or lower to go long. Palantir hat, please. Yeah, it's Sean's hat. I'm not gonna wear Sean's hat. Palantir is a hold and buy always under 21. Yeah, that's basically my idea too. AMD long. Let's go check out AMD long. Yeah, obviously we were trying that AMD long multiple times, got stopped out, and looks like market ended up finding a bottom. I should have pulled back into the stocks that I wanted to go long on. So I think AMD, Nvidia, and Roblox were some of the ones that I was trying to go long. Let me go check out what Roblox is looking like. Yeah, all of them did manage to go find a bottom along with the market and tried to go back to the 130 range on Roblox. So it's just basically moving in a dollar, I'm not gonna like that, but I'm gonna expect this stock to break out above 130 later on in the day. So I'll just take a long over here. All right. You caught me. We're going to MRNA. Let's go check out what MRNA is looking like. MRNA ended up coming back to 340 along with the whole market. We were shorting it at 350, got out multiple times. I think our best out was 342 for the best out on MRNA. So we're looking for a long in front of 340 maybe, but obviously we do have the negative catalyst on the market, and we do have a negative catalyst in the vaccines overall, which is, the efficacy of the vaccinations for the new variant is not as good, according to the CEO of Moderna and other CEOs or other news articles that I've read so far. So not really too excited to push the long, but as far as you've seen today, Moderna has held up in front of 340, 338 multiple times. So you could end up getting a nice $2, $3 risk to reward trade off of this. CRM buy ahead of earnings. If the numbers come out good, then yeah, obviously you're playing a gamble. You're playing on something that may come out good, may come out bad. You just don't know. And I don't like playing setups like that. I'd much rather wait for the earnings to come out and then be ready to push the long in the aftermarket or pre-market. Be a little bit quicker than the last person, but I rather not put my money in and then just pray that it goes higher or pray that it goes lower if I'm short, right? So I'd much rather just wait for the news to drop. All right, where we're going to AERC. Wow, AERC from not Dominic Famularo. That's pretty surprising. Let's go check out what AERC is looking like. Big down move. Wow, 77% to the downside. Looks like $110 in pre-market or so, and has just been halting all the way down back to yesterday's ranges. That's absolutely insane. And even below that, so we were above like $75 or so, or even $65, and we're actually down to $25 right now. That is insane. I can't trade something like this with a normal conscious, so I'm just gonna be hands off on it. I don't even know how you guys manage to trade something like this. This is the next Squid coin. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, look at it. It's just the rug pull of rug pulls. That's absolutely insane. But I hope people are safe. This is I can't even talk anymore about it. This is giving me panic attack. PFE. So yeah, PFE. We did try to short PFE multiple times today. One time was a loser. The second time we ended up bringing it into a winner. I need to go manage my Roblox position real quick. Roblox is now $1 out of the money. Roblox is still trying to get flushed to the downside here. Let's see if Roblox can find support in front of 128 or so. Where is the pre-market low? And you know, this is kind of why I did not want to go long for the stock in general, because I don't understand, or not don't understand, I just don't see the market having any sort of correction coming in today overall. But you know, we'll take one more entry here, and if this one ends up breaking, we'll just get out. I don't want to be holding this for much longer on Roblox. Short everything end of the month. Yeah, short everything indeed. We also have the rebalance today, so I kind of want to make sure that I have room for close. So if I'm getting close to my daily lockout limit, I'm just gonna close my positions and not trade for the rest of the day, because I want to make sure I have some room for other trades. Accidentally bought 100x more than CCL than I want to. So we actually have a rule over here that as soon as you make a keystroke in this business, it is your job it's your job to get out from it right away. You know, if you're bag holding it and praying that the stock comes back through your entry and makes you a winner, it's you know, you're kind of praying. So if you make a keystroke, I would urge you to at least get out of your keystroke. For example, if you wanted 500 shares and you punched in 5,000 shares, get out of 4,500 and only hold 500, right? So that's something that I would always urge people onto. And if you try to go 100 shares, then you get out of if you wanted like 10 shares and you went 100 shares, then get out of your excess amount and only hold the amount that you want to actually hold. Roblox still struggling over here. We'll give it the low a day basically till 127, I guess. And besides that, we don't want to be holding it anymore. It's just continuing to go lower here. Markets are also curling to the downside. Looks like everything just wants to go flush even more. Not a good day on the market for longs today. Yesterday market was just handing you longs and I was looking for shorts. Today market is just handing you shorts and I'm looking for longs. It looks like I'm not fighting. I'm just fighting the trend all day today and yesterday. Something's wrong, obviously, but that's fine. We're just gonna look for good opportunities and hopefully bring it back on the day. All right, let's see how it behaves at 127.50. 127.50 ended up growing. Are we actually gonna break 127 is the question. Prad, can you check out MRNA? It's going the opposite. So MRNA, what do you mean it's going the opposite? Like it's still here. I need to go check Roblox. If Roblox keeps going lower, I need to get out of my positions. So let me go check Uber too real quick. Uber is also cracking to the downside hard, and Roblox is in front of where's Roblox? There we go. Roblox is still in front of 127, hasn't cracked it yet, and Uber is continuing to go lower here to looks like what is it? 37.86 is a low a day, which is where we're at right now. And it wants to just go lower. There we go, 127. Oh my goodness. So we're just gonna get out of all of our positions, and we just need to leave some room for our other trades at the end of the day. So no more trades for Prad today. We're just gonna be covering stocks. All right. Trailing stops or trailing stop limits today. Obviously, I don't use trailing stops, but nothing wrong with it. If your setup allows you to use trailing stops, I guess go for it. If you have a valid plan, I much rather just hold stocks to my targets or my stops, and most of the time they end up hitting targets or either my stops, and that's the way I want to be trading, and I just don't use trailing stops. But obviously, Neil uses it, Sean uses it, a lot of people use it. If that's something that you want to go for it, nothing wrong with it. Well, Powell said shouldn't have been a surprise to any trader. Free money isn't free. That's right. Like I said before, it's you gotta pay to play, right? So it's always you're paying in some way or the other. Sometimes you're paying for emotional capital. Sometimes you're paying for actual in other sorts. For either you'll pay it in taxes or you'll pay in any other way that's possible. Okay, where are we going to? IMGN. IMGN 33 million shares today. Looks like it wants to go sideways for the most part after making the most of its move in pre-market and coming off of that move. So now we're just seeing rejection off of VWAP, not really able to keep going higher here. IMGN just multiple rejections off these VWAP levels. I'm gonna expect with the market struggling today to not let the stock go any higher. Let's quickly go see what the float is. So it's 86 million float, so it's not too much of a low float. So there is a decent amount of free shares out there for people to trade on. AERC trying to find a bottom. I'm not gonna suggest people to take that trade, man. AERC, like how are you going to trade something which is $110 yesterday and at $20 today? It's just, that's crazy. Like I would not even push along for 10 shares on this. That's absolutely nuts. SPCE, ooh, Virgin Galactic. People still trade this, and it's still on the market. Wild. Obviously, Virgin Galactic 4% to the downside today. 4 million shares traded overall, and struggling to find a bottom and bounce off of that bottom. Obviously, like I said, overall market is just to the flush side and to the downside. So, not gonna expect anything better from companies like SPCE or any other companies that actually don't make any money. For example, Peloton or RIVN. Let's go check out RIVN is looking like. RIVN did go to 122 or 121 and then got rejected. I did want to go short in front of that, so that kind of sucks that we don't have that trade over there. And now under 115 or so, or actually 116, looks like it wants to get rejected just under that. I wish I had some room to take a trade right now, but since I don't, we're just gonna be hands off, and that's something that I would take a trade on right here. 116 short RIVN. If you hit Miss V, hit the like button. That's right. If you guys are missing Miss V, make sure to hit the like button so you guys can show some love to poor Miss V, who is all sick from home and still working, which is very good on her part. Thank you, Miss V, for putting in the hard work. MGM. All right, let's go check out hit Miss V. No, don't hit Miss V. MGM, so 3% to the downside today. 2.4 million shares traded overall. Looks like it wants to find support in front of 39.60s, 39.50s. Currently making a little bit of a bounce off those bottoms, but obviously not going to expect it to go back to VWAP with the overall down sentiment that the stock has been having ever since the $50 or so. Pretty much don't see any green candles. I see like maybe one or two, but I'm just going to count those green candles as red candles. Get in AERC now, Lambo time. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to suggest that, but if you want to claim responsibility for it, it's all your call. LCID. LCID obviously did make a crazy move off the open, ran all the way up to 56.50, and with the overall flush in the market just getting cracked all the way down back to $53, now down 3%, almost 4% actually, and would like to see where the stock ends up closing at. If market ends up finding its way back to VWAP, maybe we go back to pre-market ranges, $54 or so, but I'm not gonna see any green moves probably coming into the market today, especially with the MSCI rebalance coming into. So anything with a big sell will be something for on watch. Health for all. If you don't have your health, well, yeah, it's pretty much right. That's right. OCGN, you've been reminded, gentlemen. Ooh, man, OCGN. I mean, do you not remember the news that came out on OCGN? I'm not. Uh, people just love pumping all these stocks for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. OCGN not it for me once again. Coming down from $16 or so to $6. Not something that doesn't excite me. I'm sorry. But if you wanna look for a swing trade, there's better trades out there in my opinion. There's better investment trades too. But if you want to invest in OCGN after all the news articles that came out too recently, and the amount of gains that they gave back. If you, I don't know if they have these SA filings, but if you look at Wish's SA filings, they're just making a ton of stock to give out, and at this point there's so much shares free flow to sell of Wish that no amount of buying will take that stock back up. So like 345 million shares, the stock makes literally no money with their fake Chinese products, and no amount of buying can take this product to or the stock to where they think it needs to belong in. So that's the type of problems that we're seeing in the market right now. Let's go see what OCGN's float is. Like that's how much is the institutional ownership of OCGN? Finviz. Like 28%, right? I can't see like how much there's gonna be a lot of buying that's required for taking it higher and higher, man. Especially with the news that's out there. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I want to invest in OCGN. Mike Crahan, 23. What are we talking about? Fubo? No, I can't see your message. Let me see. Just type it again if you're talking about a ticker. ADGI, can you check buy at 59? Let's go pull up ADGI. ADGI, 12 million shares traded today. You bought it at $59 and you're holding it to 53. Obviously, a little bit of a risk management gone to the garbage in my opinion, and that's like that you're breaking a lot of the rules here. If you were long 59 or 60 looking for a scalp back towards VWAP and you held it through 58, through 57, through 56, that's probably not the smartest thing to do. I would have gotten now somewhere over there on the 56 break or even the 55 break if I haven't taken the 58 break. So I would probably be out, my friend. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, buy ETH 5 years ago. Oh, you're talking about ETH, 23%. Got it. Do you average into AMD? AMD obviously still trying to go find the bottom again one more time, and market once again curling back towards the 393 bottom over here. So let's see if it's going to go lower for the overall market, if the QQQs are going to continue crashing to the downside here and take the overall market with it, your AMDs, your Nasdaqs, your Nvidias and your AMDs and whatnot, or is it just going to find a bottom again in front of 393 for QQQ and then make another bounce, which would give AMD another bounce? So we'll see what happens on that side. Is Q's crack again a $97 move? Ooh, you think so? Yeah, so I mean, if Q's cracked the 393, we'll see what happens to the downside. It's going to take a lot of stocks lower, right? So we'll obviously keep an eye on that. AMC, popcorn, and GME. Let's go check out AMC and GME. GME under 200 today, and not finding a way to get back to those prices. Obviously, don't need to say it multiple times, but look at the market, right? Probably you should start a long account, or personal account. You don't have to let your shares go at the end of the day. Yeah, that's true. Eventually. I'm trying to laugh when money pouring out. Yeah, money is indeed gotta be taking out of the market right now. Like I said, inflation or whatever. So market, it's gonna be harder to borrow money once the interest rates go up. So we're gonna be looking for some redness in the market from here on out. So let's see how that pans out. I have no idea, but it is what I've been buying every single dip in the past year. Done trading a Prad. Me too, brother. Yes. What happened? Europe? Oh, okay. Nice. Oh man, yeah, I should have probably looked at that. Oh well. AMD hanging by a thread. Let's go. Obviously we were covering AMD not too long ago, and with the overall move in the market itself, it's what can you expect, right? You can't expect anything more, anything less. It's just Nvidia is getting destroyed, AMD is getting destroyed. I think Apple's still holding up, but it could also be getting destroyed. Let me go check out Apple. Yeah, Apple's holding up. One of the only ones with the strength over here, and being the number one in the market, it's just showing such great buying in front of VWAP. Microsoft also coming down over here, but not as far as Nvidia or AMD is off those previous bottoms. I've started shorting all the long-term stocks I bought, and I have been losing. Well, there you go. You have an idea now on how to stop losing, then, I guess. What do you think about hedging mode? What is hedging mode? Is that like some setting in Thinkorswim or something? Everything is getting hit hard. Indeed. Obviously, markets in a free fall mode today for Tuesday. Apple's strong, putting Miss V in the chat. Let's go see what Tesla's looking like. We'll cover Tesla for our lovely Miss V, who's not here at the moment. So we'll cover Tesla, see how it's doing. Looks like Tesla ended up finding a bottom in front of 1125 or so, which was pre-market lows, trying to go back towards 1140. I'm gonna guess, but once again, it sounds like a broken record. The market is not looking good. I can't keep my eyes off AERC. It's not that hard. You just got to stop looking at it, man. Go look at something else that you're actually going to trade, and stop looking at something that you're not going to trade. It shouldn't be that hard, right? It's still going lower. Like last time I pulled it up, it was 70% down. Now it's 80% down. To next second, it's going to be 90% down, then 100% down. Like, I would not suggest anyone buying longs off a stock that's going to be dropping from $100 to $20 in one day. That's absolute ridiculous. ARC is halted, isn't it? No, it's not halted right now, but it's been halted multiple times throughout the day. Powell is talking is causing. When do they stop talking? Whenever they want, but it's not. I think thinking of it like that is kind of ridiculous, man. It's like the person is doing his job. He's talking about inflation, talking about how market is supposed to be handled. So he's informing you what you need to be informed. Would you much rather not be informed about the problems and just get destroyed without knowing? You much rather know what's going on and then get destroyed, right? The big one will be biblical. You talking about the big market sell-off? I guess I don't know. This could be the top, but then again, the January money that needs to be pumped back into the market could take the stock back up higher too, and that's the conversation that Greg was having with us. So maybe whenever Greg is free, he could come by and explain that to you guys. And it's basically about how I was under the idea that January and February are gonna be slow months for trading. Obviously, not too much experience during those months for me. So I was like, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be boring. Earnings season is coming off. It's gonna be no money to be making season. And then Greg goes, no, you don't understand. 401ks and Roth IRA. Oh, here he comes. All this money needs to start getting pumped into the market, and that's gonna bring some money. So here we go, Greg time. Not sure what happened there. Hey. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weak. Let's see if you talk.
Yo, how's it going?
Awesome. Yeah, they can pick you up. And so, yeah, Greg, feel free to educate me one more time and our viewers about the whole why January and February should be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I was trying to fix my hair there. Obviously didn't work, but that's all right. I'm out here. Still buzzing off the morning. Obviously, you had Powell throwing the kitchen sink at everyone. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, this thing called inflation going to be around for a while. Also, taper might be coming sooner than we said. So, the market having some major indigestion today, and people really wondering what's going to happen going forward. So it's been an exciting morning. I'm pretty pumped up. We're coming into the end of the year now, and that means that people are going to be rebalancing towards the end of the year, and new year, people are going to be looking into the right names. So typically, as a day trader, the best months of the year are towards the end of the year and towards the start of the year. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. One of the reasons is there's something in the industry called window dressing. And what window dressing means is that you have to report your portfolio at the end of the quarter, right? So you're going to send a little message to your investors, a little email, be like, okay, I got this stock, I got this stock, I got this stock, right? And well, guess what? If you have a few dogs in your kennel there, that's not going to look very good to your investors. So what you might do is you might sell a few of those dogs, pick up a couple of the stars, and then by the time you're going to be presenting your portfolio in that email, it's like, oh, wow, okay. I got AMD in there. I got Microsoft in there. I got all the good stocks. So window dressing is definitely something that can happen. Another thing that I'm sure everyone knows about relates to taxes. Okay. If you have some winners on the year, you're going to have to pay some capital gains tax on that $100K you made on Tesla, and let's say you got into Palantir at $40 a share. Maybe you're selling Palantir, and you're taking that write off. Now, instead of paying taxes on $100K, you're paying taxes on $75K because you lost $25K in Palantir. So big opportunity coming in January, especially with the uncertainty around the Fed. Prad, really excited now.
Awesome. Yeah. So how is your trading today?
The trading is awesome, man. Yeah. Honestly, like a really, really good day. I was eager to come over here and blow off some steam. Euro really caught some downside going into the close there. Those comments that Powell made really came at a great time. I got stuck in a few of the longs. I was playing in some longs, and I got stuck when Powell came out with that news. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been for that press conference. But now everything's looking groovy, and just going to chill for the rest of the day, kind of work out of some of my longs, and enjoy these profits in November.
Nice. What was your stock that you were watching the most today from the open?
Well, I was watching BABA. BABA's hitting a 52-week low right now, I believe. And I tried that 130 breakdown right off the open. Didn't really happen right away. I actually took the opening print on BABA short, which was 130. Quite a good position in hindsight, but I got shaken out of it a bit. Unfortunately, I'm unlucky to be an investor in BABA, so I'm getting smashed on that end. It's not a big position, but it's really hard to know the way forward for these Chinese stocks because there's a lot of uncertainty. I mean, especially you look at a stock like DIDI. I mean, okay, we had the DIDI IPO, and then 2 days later, it got delisted from the Chinese App Store. Like, that's just some shenanigans, man. So, like, how can you trust these Chinese equities when the regulatory risk is so high, and you don't know when the government's going to come in and just kind of quash one of these things?
Yeah, that's why, maybe that's not why. There's multiple reasons why, but that's one of the reasons why I can't bring myself to put any money into these Chinese stocks in any form. But yeah, anything else you want to share with our lovely audience? They love you here. They're talking about how your hair looks fine. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, guys, hit the like button for Greggy over here.
Yeah, nothing much, man. Just wanted to congratulate you on how the show is going, and I know you guys are having a lot of fun out here. And yeah, just let's get some more zeros behind those trades right now. When people talk about the good times of trading, these are the good times, these are the good days. So, we might be sitting around here 6 months from now, kind of just twiddling our thumbs, wondering what's happening. So, got to make hay while the sun is shining,
All right. Well, real quick, are you busy? Are you looking to get back to your seat by any chance?
No, I'm chilling right now. I got a couple of minutes.
Let's take some questions from the chat, guys. If you have any questions for Greg, 8 years of experience, 9 years of experience now.
Yeah, pushing. This is campaign number 9 right now. So I'll chill here for a couple of minutes. You do your thing, and if anyone has any questions, I'll chill out for a bit.
Yeah, 9 years of experience as trading, and then how many as a manager?
This is tour number 4 as a manager, so 3+ years. Yeah.
So 4 years of a manager, so that's 4 years of training people and telling them how the ropes, showing them the ropes. So if you guys have any questions, let's see. How do you feel about the VXXX or VIX, I guess? Sorry. VXX?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most important indicators. So typically when I'm trading, I'll be looking at a few different things. I'll be looking at the S&P 500, so that could be the SPY or the ES contract, and I'll be looking at the NASDAQ, or that could be the QQQ ETF. And typically I'll also look at a third indicator as well when I'm looking at the general market, and typically that indicator will be the VXX. Okay, so really quickly for the viewers that don't know, the VIX is a very important gauge in the stock market. It basically measures options activity, and the more expensive options get, the more volatility is expected in the market. And yeah, absolutely, it's a very, very important trading tool. So you look at like the market short on Friday, okay? On Friday, there was a sell-off in the market, and we were able to take a lot more size because the implied volatility, the VIX, was up like 20%. So another name for that is the fear gauge. So, if fear is up 20% and I'm given the opportunity to take a market short, that's typically somewhere where I'm going to, push some more shares in and really try to take advantage of that. So, yeah, I mean, right now, VIX is after the market is probably the number one indicator I'm going to be looking at. So you have market price action to figure out what the market's doing, and then you have the VIX right after that. And, at other times, that third indicator could be something else like oil.
Another question over here is how do you find the right entries?
Yeah, I mean, that's really, really good question. And I mean, you guys probably have multiple videos about that. I'm probably not going to be able to say here that anything here that's not on the channel already. Entries are so important as a day trader. We're so highly leveraged, like when we start on the floor here, when trainees start on the floor, they might only have $50 of risk in a market for the day. So it's very, very tight. And yet they might have, $50,000 of BP. So the leverage that you get as a day trader is insane. And how you pick an entry really depends on the strategy. Okay. But what you're really, really looking for is a place where you can make 5 points and only lose 1. So let's say a stock hits a new all-time high. That's probably a good example of a new entry, because if it goes back below that all-time high, you can punch out and just take a reasonable trade. So we're really, really looking for opportunities and situations with asymmetric risk payouts, where if you win, it's going to be 5, and if you lose, it's going to be 1. And I think as a day trader, if you can look for those opportunities, you can really, really do well.
And this is a question from me, but how do you separate your personal investment portfolio trading from your day trading mindset?
Really, really good question too, actually, because that's something that I was guilty of when I first started this job, actually, in 2013. In 2013, Facebook was about $20 a share, and I was convinced that this thing was going down. So I was obviously very, very wrong. Could not have been more wrong. And I was playing Facebook in the put option market and actually making money shorting it, or speculating on the short side of it. However, Then Facebook started to rally up, and it was like every day, you know, $20 a share, $30 a share, $40 a share. What should I have been doing? Buying hand over fist, because we're sitting here today at, I don't know what Facebook trades at now, but like 300. So we're talking probably 10x. But basically, going back to what I was saying, actually, I can't even remember what the question was now. I'm starting to think about Facebook too much.
Well, it's just
Oh, trading your own book.
Yeah.
I started to have some flashback there, guys. Sorry, I got a little carried away. But I would suggest to keep your day trading and your personal account separate. And just to clarify what that means, when you're day trading, you're talking about positions that are, you know, you start at the end of the start of the day and you end at the end of the day. And, you know, you don't hold overnight typically, or, you know, it could be very short-term holdings. Whereas an investment portfolio is something that's done in the context of diversification. You know, you don't only have one stock in your investment portfolio. You probably have at least 5 to 10. And I would suggest just really don't let your long-term bias affect your short-term trades. Okay. So you might be the biggest Google bull in the world. Okay. You might think Google is going to take over the stock market. It's going to take over the world. But if you're trying to trade it and a good setup comes out on the short side, there's no reason why you can't take that setup and be short Google for 10 minutes. So it's very important to mentally separate the two, your long-term bias and your short-term trading. And honestly, if you're unable to do that at this stage of your career, I suggest just don't trade things that you own in your personal account. There's so many different stocks you trade. If you own, you know, 6 or 7 names, why do you have to trade those?
Yeah, so like don't get married to the stock kind of also, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't get married to your bias. And if you want to be a trader, like I'm not trying to be right 10 years from now. I'm trying to be right 10 minutes from now a lot of the time. So the amount of conviction that you need to have for your long-term plays is, I understand it's kind of hard to build that and to kind of get your mind to the point where, you know, you're firmly a bull in a stock and you firmly believe in it. And it can be hard to have that conviction mindset and then move over to, you know, a short-term trade and trade against that long-term bias. So if you can't do it, trade something else, or, you know, just make an effort to try to overcome that.
One more question.
Yeah, definitely.
So Trader Greg, how did you get into trading?
Well, I've told this story before on the show, so I won't tell it again. But it was Sean who originally got me in and interviewed me with a blank sheet of paper. And you know, I was at college at the time. I did a postgraduate college program, and I was trying to short Facebook in the options market, and actually having a great time of it. So thought of myself as you know, maybe I had some opportunity to be successful in this business. And then through a friend of a friend, you know, so many times the connections we make are not because, you know, we're the best at something or we're the most qualified. It's because you know the right people. So, you know, just from going out to the bar, I became friends with this guy. And then he said, you know what, like, you're really into this trading thing. You know, why don't you try this job that his other friend, so friend of a friend, basically. But, you know, really important to just go out there and meet people, hit the bars, you know, even if you don't drink, have a diet soda or something. And yeah, make those connections, because that's really what allows us to be successful in business.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I was watching a podcast with Neil and Sean in it. I think they had separate interviews, and in that, Neil talks about how the only reason he had this job is because of also Sean, because they were friends back in high school, and how that carried on and moved forward. So yeah, great stories over here. Thank you for answering the questions. If you have anything you want to talk about, feel free.
No, I think that's basically it. I mean, we're really going to have to watch this short into the close. Do not underestimate how big this news is today, that they're getting rid of the transitory term in terms of inflation, because that's been the story. It's like, okay, well, prices are going to go up 30%, you know, over the next few months, but then they're just going to go back to up 2% a year or whatever. This is a really big admission by the Fed. The taper thing is very important too. Once again, tapering just means the amount of bonds they're buying every month. That's a whole discussion right there. Not really worth getting into it right now, but watch a short into the close. Be careful on your longs. And we have obviously a major rebalance tonight, last day of the month. So really going to be a lot of action. So yeah, if you're an active trader, get in there. If you are a long-term holder, I would say close your eyes.
Thank you, Greg, for everything. Thank you for coming by, showing us your beautiful face to the viewers, and giving me some company because I'm missing Miss V a lot. We're gonna jump right into the stock market. So Greg over here was covering. Let me figure out what buttons I gotta hit first because there's so many buttons here. All right, there we go. Okay, so as Greg was talking about his top stock today, I think he said was Baba. So he took the 130 break short off the open, was it? And probably wrote it down to around 129. It did come back, but once again though, with the overall market move just getting smacked to the downside, and another Chinese stock just not having a good time, not having a good day. And look at the market making a new day's low at the moment. Ooh. Market making a new low a day right now, and in terms of market, I'm talking about spies, I'm talking about QQQs. So just not the longs, as Greg just said, is not working. The longs are just getting destroyed, and for some reason today I was looking for longs. I'm just the mean reversion type of trader, and sometimes when they work great, and when they don't, they just absolutely destroy you. And ta-da! That's what we're seeing over here. Baba is on VWAP now, no problem. Are you sure about that? Baba is nowhere close to being VWAP, in my opinion. Or not. Well, opinion doesn't matter. It's a formula, and the formula is all the way up here on the 1 minute, and you're on the 3 minute. It's still nowhere close, and on the 5 minute, I promise you, it's still nowhere close. So I don't know what software you're using, but Baba is nowhere near VWAP. Whatever software you're using is 100% wrong. Thanks for Moderna tip. Did I give you guys a tip? Well, that's good. The long for Moderna, yeah. So obviously, nice little long over there. Not sure if I did say the long at 340. Something that I would have taken at least, but 340 long ended up working for the high side on Moderna. Trader Prad, do you read any books related to trading? I do, for sure. So obviously, Reminiscence of a Stock Trader being the #1 book. Everyone quotes that book. I have some couple other ones here. I'm just trying to scroll through. Let me look at my PDF. So, where is it? The Mike Bellafiore book. So I think it's called The Playbook and One Good Trade, or something that I would recommend, obviously. And there's a lot more. Where we're going to NUZE halted. NUZE did halt indeed. NUZE halt. Now, is it a down halt or up halt? It is an up halt. Nice. Up halt, and the volume increase also. Obviously, markets is getting destroyed, and it's trying to go higher with the weakness in the market. So it looks like some of the money may be being moved over to low floats. Let me see if this one is a low float. NUZE. 11 million shares on the public flow over there, and the volume just ramped up not too long ago, causing the pop up and the pop right into a halt. Check decent strength in red market. Yeah, Apple is also one of them, but with decent strength in this market. What is Chegg's ticker again? CAGG. I did that. Oh, right. All right. Market moving now. Yeah, market's trying to find a bottom again, but we'll see if it's able to go back through the previous ranges like 394 or so, and actually find its way to VWAP. But obviously, still a lot of time left in the day today. I'm not gonna expect the market to find its way back to VWAP just about yet. CAGG, yeah, it's somewhat of a strength, but it's looking quite choppy for a $27 stock. 4 million shares. 4 million shares, not really that bad, but it's looks like there's a lot of choppiness in the stock overall, up and down, up and down. It's not really holding the bottoms, and it's creating new bottoms, creating new highs. Don't really like looking at that if I want to trade something in a range. So be careful obviously you might have to keep moving your stops along with the stock, and then eventually by doing that, you're just going to break your rules and probably hold it way too far than you want to. So if you're looking for the play in a range bound play, then I think you're much better off trading something like Moderna or something where you can maybe short 350 and go long 340, which is what I was doing earlier on in the day. I'm up nearly 3 points on Moderna. Let's go. Yeah, nice $3 move on Moderna in front of 339, 338. You guys are tight at Baba, not on VWAP. I was looking at 1 minute. Still, you are right or tight. I'm guessing you meant right, Baba, not at VWAP. I'm looking at the 1 minute. Still going up now. Okay, well, it's still not at VWAP though, but. Can I short Baba more now? I mean, you can, but do you want to? Do you have a setup on it? Do you have a reason to? Do you have a stop? Do you have a target, a profit target? Multiple reasons. If those reasons are lining up, then yeah, for sure, why not? It is looking to go back to that same level, 127.40, and then it could start turning around. So maybe 127.50 or so. Let's just round it up. Nice little round number could get rejected there again. But obviously, if 127.50 breaks, what is your stop loss? Is it 128? And if 128 breaks, it could go to 128.50 and then turn around. So why don't you just much rather stop out at 127.50 and then get back over here? But if that's the case, I might just wait for it to get back over here and not really touch it over here. So because of that, I don't like the trade, and that's why I'm not going to suggest it. Also, it's Baba. Short or long, I just want to be hands off on this position. Can you please look at CRM? Let's go check a look at World's Greatest Stock Trader. Jesse Livermore was the best trading book ever written. Yeah, The Reminiscence of a Stock Trader. Okay, CRM. 3.8 million shares traded overall. Looks like 299 ended up being the rejection point off of the high day over there in open. It did come down first and then ripped to the same highs, got rejected at the same highs, and then coming back through hard to the downs over here where we are, 285 or so being the low of the day, 285.21 being the low of the day with the overall market move. Markets again on another downside move right now. So there we go, man. Just no longs are looking to hold up at any time of the day today. They're just looking to get destroyed. Is Apple finally going to come back to the downside over here with the move in the market, or is it still going to hold up in front of 162? So far, we're seeing some serious buying just happening at that 162 levels, and Apple's just holding up there. Absolute insane for the stock today. I'm from Hong Kong. I know how bad is Baba. Oh, well, hello from Hong Kong. Wow, I'm pretty surprised from the... I'm not sure what the time is, but it should be pretty late, shouldn't it? Can you do AERC? We've done AERC multiple times right now, and there is no point to talk about it unless you are short. There's the only money to be made on this stock, in my opinion, is shorting it at the current day. It's down 84%. Every time I pull up AERC, it's down another 10%. So AERC just getting slaughtered. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, wow, absolutely insane. Actually, that's the time I usually go to bed. So surprised you're not in bed, but I guess because you're trading American markets, so that makes sense. Why is financial week today if the Fed dropped the transitory inflation? Well, the overall market in general is weak today, and inflation is supposed to be transitory, but it's not. So overall, in general, that's bad. That means inflation's here to stay. The number could keep going up. I think the last inflation number was, 6% or something? And if that number keeps going up, the value of money is useless. For example, let's say you you work at a tech firm company, at a fintech company, and you get a 3% raise while inflation 6%, your money is not worth what it was last year. Your $1,000 isn't worth what $1,000 was worth last year. You basically took a pay cut for this year instead of taking a pay raise, right? So even though you're so happy that you got a 3% raise in your salary, you're not really getting any use out of that. So if the value of money is going to go down, and there's countries out there, I think I'm not sure if it's Bangladesh or a different country. I remember studying about this in high school, is that, like, if you want to go eat food at a restaurant, Zimbabwe, there you go, Zimbabwe. If you want to eat food at a restaurant, you literally take a plate full of money, and it's like a tray full of money to pay for food, and that's the point where you don't want to get to. You don't want to carry stacks of money to buy, I don't know, like a Excel gum or whatever, right? And that's the overall idea. Markets are gonna get flushed. If finance deals with money, and if money's gonna be not valuable, then that's what's gonna happen, right? And of course, you have your bonds tapering that Greg was talking about not too long ago. Inflation's never been transitory. Yeah, I mean, it was a joke when the word itself came out and they started throwing out that term. The amount of memes that came out from that term alone were ridiculous. So now that they're actually taking it out of the vocabulary, it's gonna cause so much more riots in the finance meme world that I can't wait to open Instagram tonight on my way home and look at all these memes. Where we're going to, some Dominic Famularo gave us a super chat, where we, how come this is not loading super chats today, huh? Well, that sucks. All right, let's go see what Dominic Famularo, hopefully I didn't miss any super chats earlier today. Oh, there we go, finally it loaded up. MEIP, 31%. MEIP with 31%. Dominic, thank you for your super chat, my friend, Mr. Tony Stark himself. 33% to the top side right now. Absolutely beauty to see a stock actually going higher when the market's getting destroyed. So MEIP volume candles are increased. Actually, that's pre-market. So volume candles have been pretty much at the same level or increasing ever since open. The stock has been holding VWAP multiple times throughout the day, trying to break out through the pre-market high. Looks like $3.30 where we're at right now. Ignore the 370, right? We're trying to make a new high a day every time we go up, so that's good. There is some size on the offer, but actually 11 million shares traded already. That size on the offer could end up holding the stock down there, or hold the stock and not let it break. But if volume keeps on increasing and we take out that level, obviously looks like these spikes are happening at key significant sizes on levels, so we could just take that out. Biden doesn't care about okay. Always positive somewhere in the market. Yeah, that's a very good way to look at it. There's always some stock to go long on if you're just a long trader. So MEIP, one of them right now. And not gonna find too many of it if the market's down 2% today. QQQs are down almost 2%, just 5%, 0.5% short, and SPYs are down 0.185% right now for the whole day. Big down move. Twitter is falling. Let's go check out what Twitter is looking like. Let's go check out Twitter. Third leg down in IWM. Yeah, we're getting a third leg down in the overall market right now, and I wish I had some room to trade, and I would have absolutely loved to take some positions, but that sucks. Let's see, Twitter is still trying to go to test 43 obviously. 43, it tested 43 earlier, bounced slightly, made like a 10-cent bounce, so I'm not even gonna call that a bounce. Let's see if it's gonna actually break through that 43 to the downside. Is there any size on the bids? Not any size on the bids on 43, so if it wants to, it can completely take it out and just go lower. So it looks like no buyers are stepping up, the bids are thinning out, and the offers are just getting like, you know, piled and piled. So Mark is just, whew. I'd like to see if any of these imbalanced trades that are happening are gonna just completely change, because, you know, who's gonna buy on close today with the overall move that's happening? Is anyone traded or trading this market a lot? Obviously, I can't see people coming in to buy right now. This is absolutely nuts. Is AMD a buy? AMD maybe for a scalp or like a swing trade maybe could give you a buy, but, you know, obviously, like, I can't say this enough. The market's ridiculous right now. It's just going lower, lower, and lower. Does not want to hold up at any point. We're down about almost 2%. Europe has already ended, and I think Europe ended on red. So we would look for, you know, more down move later on in the market maybe. I'm guessing we close more than 2% today to the downside. So we'll see if that ends up being like that. But I can't see myself asking for any longs right now. Tomorrow will be a good day to buy. Yeah, hopefully, you know, on that day, I'm not looking for shorts like yesterday. Yesterday was a good day to buy, and I completely bungled that up. Today, hopefully, you know, the market keeps going lower and ends up being a good closing trade day. And we also have to keep on watch for tomorrow to see if some of them start bouncing back. All right. Market can bounce today, still bounce today. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll see. Makes sense, Yuri. Oh, Jude Fernando talking to Yuri. Prad, old age. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. Tesla resistance at 1120. Let's go check out Tesla. Yeah, 1120 still holding. We were battling 1125 earlier, but Tesla's still holding 1120. Tesla not actually coming too far down here, which is good. You know, that's not a bad thing at all for Tesla. And it's not coming too far to the downside with the overall market. So maybe once the market makes a pop or an attempt towards to run to VWAP, you know, Tesla could get a nice little move off of that maybe, and we would love to see a long happening on that. 1120 support is for sure looking like the play on Tesla. AMC good to reload for a swing trade maybe, but not for a day trade. Oh my, AMC's at $32 right now. That's insane. 32.80 on AMC. Just 10% move to the downside today. So obviously, for those of you who haven't heard this already, 10% move to the downside equals you know, SSR. So SSR means basically you can't short the stock by smashing the bids. You have to get picked up on the offer. The overall market is now making another new low a day, and AMC is not having a good time along with it. Let's see, Mike. Trump, I think, would be the best suited for this cat. I hit 1, 2. Oh, thanks for the shoes you sent us, and thanks for the super chat. But yeah, I didn't understand anything you said in that. Can you look at KRYS? What is your thought on the short position and filling the gap? KRYS. I remember pulling this position up to yesterday, or stock up yesterday. Let me pull it up here too. So KRYS ended up having a big gap in pre-market and trading in those ranges all day yesterday, coming down a little bit, trying to find support in front of $80 or so where the stock is right now. Obviously, I'm going to say that, you know, the stock broke 83.90 just because how the overall market traded. So if maybe the market was, you know, not falling like a hot, like, you know, falling like a just through the every single level over there, maybe this would have held up in front of 84, but overall though, the gap filled to 45. Is that what you're looking for? Probably not gonna expect that anytime soon. If you just look at the dailies over here, this is where most of the buying and selling, most of the volume has transacted at around 69.50. So if it does end up going any lower, I'm gonna expect 69.50 to hold up on KRYS. So there could be a short opportunity to that, but I'm not gonna look for all the way back to you know, a gap fill to, what was it again? 20s, 30s, yeah, $30, $40. Unity, what do you think? I've talked to a lot of game developers, and you know, they're not the biggest fan of Unity, but you know, most of my games that I've played at least are developed on this platform. I'm bullish on it. I'm not. You know, I'm not a game dev. I'm just a gamer. So I don't really understand the type of problems that these game devs are having and the issues that they complain about. But you know, listening to them speak about it has me a little worried about Unity. So we'll see what ends up happening overall. Unity and Unreal are the two biggest in the industry. That's right, Unreal Engine, Unity Engine. But Unreal Engine is Epic Games though, and you can't really put money on Epic Games because they're public. Sorry, they're private. They're a private company. And Unity is I'm not sure who owns Unity. I mean, yeah, they're their own company, right? Retail owns 80% of AMC, but it's not selling. Retail owns 80% of AMC flow, but it's not retail selling. I mean, I saw an article, something like that, saying, you know, AMC retail owns X amount of percentage and they're not selling, and this is just shorts bringing the stock down, and they're just playing with each other. But I know these apes, and these apes, maybe 70% say they're gonna hold, but they're closing for a loss, and maybe 30% actually holds, right? I can't expect people who are buying at 40s to not close today at 34 or 33. But I also can't expect 30% to load up at these prices and not really close. So I don't know. It's really questionable, man. Apes are emotional. That's why I can't see them to hold it. News going up. Yeah, that was the halted stock. Let's go to news and let's see if it's where did it open at? It opened at $5, near $5. Looks like it opened at $4.96. Came to the halt price, bounced off of that, ran back towards above $5 or so, and then just, you know, went up and down a little bit. Found support at VWAP after not finding support at the halt price, and now trying to go see if we can go test $5 another time. So we'll see what happens on that side. All right. My AMC average is $2.97. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's an average and a half. But I know someone in chat whose average is $4 apparently on Tesla. So they have you beat. Their trade's better than your trade. Just went long AERC. Can't help myself. Small position for a swing. Well, that's called gambling. That's called you know, can't help myself. You can always help yourself. But you know, if you have a sound logical trade, let me put my chair up. If you have a sound logical setup, you know where your stop losses are, you know where your targets are, you're no longer guessing on the position, then you know, that's fine, nothing wrong with it. But for me, if I was to trade AERC, the chances are I'm probably guessing on what I want to do. Looks like this could be an up halt. Let's add it to the watch list. Where is the watch list? And then we'll filter it out. And so it halted at 17.59. It wants to open at 18.25. So we'll see if that ends up playing out that way on AERC. How do you deal with your emotions while trading? Honestly, you know, everyone has their own ways. I'm still battling that side of my trades, at least. I think, you know, if you guys get a chance to talk to Arun at 2 o'clock, maybe talk to him. He seems very well composed at all times, you know, the master of Zen himself. So yeah, maybe that's a question for Arun. But AERC did end up opening. It went a little bit higher, now coming back downside. Let's see what it wants to do. I'm not gonna push a trade on it, obviously, but you know, it's absolutely monstrous, the fact that you pushed along on that and have the nuts to take that trade. My AMC average is 44. Yeah, yeah. See, like, if you're holding that though, more power to you, right? Like, I can't bring myself to hold that unless it's a long trade, it's an investment trade. Then yeah, I can't see that holding. 700 likes, not bad, but it's like o'clock. Ooh, thank you, Jay Chambers. Yeah, actually, I have this mentality in my head, you know, because I am vain a little bit. You know, even when I'm like sending out tweets or post pictures on Instagram, I kind of like seeing the like number go up. So I know how vain I am for myself, and I try not to look at the view count number when I'm streaming, or the like count, because I believe it changes the way I behave. So I completely have those hidden at all times, and I actually ask Miss V for what it is, so I don't have Miss V for that anymore. So thank you for whoever who mentioned 700 likes. Not sure how many people we have watching us at the moment, but for everyone who's out there, hit that like button, please. You know, obviously Miss V's not here to ask that for you guys, but she is in the chat. She's sick today. Hit that like button for Miss V's. Every single like button equals one extra prayer, one extra, you know, whatever it requires for Miss V to get better. So, you know, help her on that side, and also take this day to 11th or 10th day in a row for 1K likes. So let's get that number going too. No, don't break that streak. But let's see how far we can take that streak. And last but not least, you guys have to end of January to take the number to 3K likes. And if you guys do that, Miss V is gonna color my hair blonde for you guys. So let's see if that's ever gonna end up happening. You guys have till the end of January for that. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your loved ones, that if you want to see Trader Prad's hair blonde, we need 3K likes. AERC now going into a downward halt at 1661, and there you go, the halt has been activated. If you were long at $16, $15, $17 and you did not take it out above 19, I am very upset at you. That was like a $2 move on a stock that's down 18%. So I am very upset at you guys if you didn't take that profit. At least half your bag should be scalped on that move over there. Now let's go see the indicator, see where it wants to open at. It wants to open 61 cents under the halt price or so. I am so ready. What are you ready for coloring my hair, Miss V? Tesla is last up stock in the market. Let's go check out Tesla. Tesla, yeah, finding the bottom at 120 and now making a nice $10 move. Let's go, Tesla. Prad, why did the stock market drop today? So the news was the inflation news, and they're taking out transitory from their word. It's down 85% on the day. That's right. MRNA short. Good luck, Ashutosh. Dillard's. What's the Dillard's for? NVIDIA. Let's go check out NVIDIA. So yeah, Tesla. Whoever long on Tesla in front of 1120, good job. We saw that was holding. So very, very happy to see that $10 move playing out for you guys. I'm very happy. I appreciate you discouraging us from going into AERC. I'm just trying to save people money because I know how I would get burnt, right? So how I would get burnt, I know how easy it is. And that's how I would have gotten burnt. I would have taken the long along with you guys and probably held it because I'd be like, oh, it could go to 24, dude. It could go to 24. This was where the first haul price is. Oh, it could go to 36 where the VWAP is. Oh, maybe it could go back to 70. Yeah, I'm not playing those games on a stock that was down 85%. The stock has been halted more than it traded today. I'm not playing those games. If you are looking for those longs, you got to scalp them real quick because here we are back through the long entry where I would have probably been long at. So that's why I'm just trying to save people money. Just trying to tell people the way I would be trading and hope that, you know, that helps. How are we feeling about F? Ford, I'm still bullish, man. I'm still bullish about Ford. You know, $19 to $20, in my opinion, are the previous $11 to $12. So the stock can, do whatever it wants between 19 to 20. It means nothing to me. But if we break 19 to the downside, then I'm kind of worried. And if we break 20 to the upside, I'm very happy again. So Ford, nothing to worry about, in my opinion. You know, they just, it's just trading. It's just moving. The worst AERC can go to is 0. And the worst AERC can also go to is infinite if you're short, right? So that's the beauty of the market. Anything can happen, my friend. Can you take a look at OP, please? Drop big time. OP just halted, looks like, on the way down, and it's under a million shares. I can't really look at the stock. You know, nothing's really moving on the charts on the 1 minute, and nothing on the daily either. So not sure what the stock is doing at all. Any thoughts on Meta? I mean, yeah, Facebook ticker changes tomorrow. Is tomorrow December 1st, Wednesday? Yes, I believe it changes tomorrow. And obviously, you know, this downwards move in the market could be because of the overall, downward movement in Facebook. Could be because of the market and not anything extra catalyst based. But, I think that ticker change is going to bring some sort of buying coming in. It's going to bring some volume and some eyes to the stock, maybe. People who don't know that Facebook is going to become MVRS are going to see MVRS and they're going to be like, oh, a random new ticker with a lot of volume, let's go find out. So things like that is going to make people pull up the stock, and our brains play a lot of games on us. If you look at optical illusions, there's a reason why optical illusions work. Our mind loves to play games a lot, and if you're just sitting there staring at stocks, staring at tickers all day, it's going to look for a trade to make, and that's where a lot of times where traders end up making a FOMO too. It's like you want to take the short at this level, you want to take the long at this level, but the fact that you're just sitting there staring at the level 2 and time of sales, you end up taking a trade way before that or way earlier before, and kind of ruin your own risk to reward ratios on the trade. So don't let your mind play games on that end. Be the boss of your own head. Be the boss of your own processes and steps, and stick to your levels, stick to patience, and garner patience, just stick to your plan, guys. Nothing else besides that I can keep saying. Amen, Prad. Know when to hold them like Kenny Rogers, and know when to fold them, baby. That's right. Right. Apple, nice spikes. Let's go check out Apple. Apple still holding VWAP, but with markets not showing strength, but a stock is, all you gotta do is just start buying all the dips on it, and when the market's looking for a chance to go back to the high side, just watch the stock rip, right? So nice little dip by just under VWAP in front of 162 on Apple, and we're looking to see if Apple is going to go back towards high a day. My guess, probably not, with how the overall market's looking like and how we're seeing all the redness and all the bleeding that's happening. I'm not gonna expect it to go back to the high a day and go create a new one. So we're just gonna be waiting for QQQs to see what QQQs do and Apple to see what Apple do. Am I locked out? No, but I'm just saving the amount of risk I have for different trades on later on in the day. So not really making any trade at the moment. Is Gap stores cheap? What? GPS, right? That's right, GPS. I never understood why GPS is their ticker and not Gap. They can't get Gap? Is Gap a ticker? Yeah, why can't you just get Gap on New York, buddy? Come on. All right, anyways, GPS. GPS with the 9 million shares, 9.5 million shares traded today, finding bottoms at 16.6. We do remember what happened after earnings report, and that's the overall play that's we're seeing. I remember Sean saying, their valuation's been cut in half or so. They were going to the highs. The whole Yeezy hype caused it to also go to the highs. I would be sad if I was buying the stock just off of the Yeezy hype and watching this happen. So at this point, I'm coming back into the idea that I have previously, like this whole manufacturing scarcity is so, like, the demand scarcity is so manufactured. It's like, creating Yeezy so they resell for $700 a pop. It's like, man, there's no actual scarcity. It's like there's now everyone in the world has a Yeezy that I see. I walk outside on the road and I see a million shoes, but the price of them are still pretty high. It's like manufactured scarcity. They're putting the supply low so they can keep the demand high and keep the prices high. And at that point, it's not really going to help out the business because you're only helping out the reseller. Your shoes are selling for $100 a pop at the store, but the reseller is the one making the big money, the big bucks for $500 profit. So why not just increase the supply? That way the demand is being met, and the most of the money is going directly to the retailer, and that's why I think GPSs and your Supremes and whatnot, like, good for you guys. Good job on having the brand awareness and the brand that you guys have, but you guys are not really bringing in the type of money that you need to, because you guys just aren't. CPIX back to 5. My throat is dying. I wish I had Miss V here to bring me coffee, but I hope right now there's someone there for Miss V to bring her coffee. Miss V, I hope your boyfriend's there taking care of you, bringing you coffee, bringing you flowers, bringing you a cake and whatnot. But yes, get well soon. Oh, my throat is so itchy. All right, CPIX. Where are we going to? CPIX 105% move right now to the upside today, but looks like under VWAP, trying to find support, just under VWAP, $4.30. Let's see if the stock can head to VWAP. Markets again turning back to the downside. They didn't even get back into the previous ranges. So let me show you what QQQ looks like. Oh, Prad, breathe a little bit, buddy. Yeah, it did not even get back to the previous ranges over here, turning around into this range bottom. So man, looks like the market has not found the true low yet. Let's go see if we can go test 392. And are we gonna make a new low a day or not? Let's go to Sean.
What's up, man? Yeah, great job today. Let me take over for a bit. You got that raspy voice there. It seems like I have a raspy voice now as well. So yeah, mad love, Prad. Thanks again for what you're doing today. I know it's tough without your partner in crime there. But let's just move on and just keep looking at some of these markets. I did want to talk about Pfizer just real quick there, because Pfizer today, interesting name. You noticing that it's not really dropping?
Mike.
My mic's on. Is my mic off?
They're saying
take
Mike.
It back. I'll go get those guys.
Yeah. So wrong person. I put Miss V's mic on. Sorry, Miss V's screen on. We'll figure out if Miss mic is gonna be put back on. It's good. It's low. We hear you. Prad loves the spotlight. No. I trust me. I do love the spotlight, but I also thank you, Sean, for jumping in and saying get some rest. I'll pick it up for a couple minutes here. Prad's microphone is always louder than Sean. That's because I'm using an actual podcast microphone, so that's probably why. They can hear you fine, Sean. So you ready whenever to come back? Yeah, cool. All right. So CPIX, as I was talking about it, we did find that bottom again in previous VWAP over here. What is this, like $4.35 or so? Finding support just around that prices, running back towards VWAP right now, which is $4.61. Would like to see if we're going to break that or are we going to get rejected from that. Good to see that the QQQs are once again making a green candle on the 3-minute. So I would like to see it go back to VWAP for QQQs. at which point we could look for some new short opportunities in the market, like Moderna maybe. Ooh, Moderna coming back to 350. Yeah, I would look for a short here on Moderna actually, and I don't really have much risk for this trade today, but yeah, I would love to short the stock right now in front of 350. So for those of you who are looking for a trade right now, I see one that could give you a good risk to reward. Moderna, let's go check out BNTX maybe. BNTX also running towards 348. Wow, the strength on BNTX absolutely insane, making a new high a day past previous levels. So I did not expect that on that one. Let's go check out another vaccine player here, Novavax. Novavax did not manage to come back all the way through to previous high, but holding in front of VWAP, which is also pretty surprising for me. I expected a lot more weakness in the vaccine space today, but it looks like Pfizer and Novavax kind of looking similar over here. So look at the charts, very similar movements, sympathy trades being happen on Pfizer and Novavax, whereas Moderna doing its own thing almost, and BNTX I believe is also doing its BNTX looking a little bit similar to Pfizer and Novavax. So I would like to see which one of these vaccine stocks are leading the other. Is BNTX leading Pfizer and Novavax, or is it vice versa for them? Let's go back to Sean.
Yo, what's up? Yeah. Now I don't have my mic on. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, we do have different mics. Brad has the good stuff. I have the shitty stuff. So thank you for that acknowledgement. And what's up to Ms. V? See you on the chat there. Thanks for all the work again. Okay, look, I mean, it's been a tough one. It's been a tough couple minutes here, like tough hour and a half if you're looking long. And then right now, I just look at this market and it's pretty choppy. Like every single move up has sort of been followed by downward moves. But as you can see here, we are starting to make now higher lows. So boom, 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 boom. It's kind of like stair stepping back to the upside. So when this happens, and I actually looked at my own personal portfolio, yuck. Today, not good, but you know which name is still strong? And Arun and I talked about this on the show, and that is going to be Mr. Apple. And I mean, we talk about Mr. Softy, but I got to give the Mr. title to Apple today as well. Like up 2% here, basically not even caring about any of this move in the NASDAQ to the downside. I mean, it was temporarily coming back in as we made, I think, is this close to all-time highs? 165.70 all-time high today. So we got about $1 away from that number, fell down about 2, and now we're getting back up to the upside, but a little bit of a frustrating trade as we go. You were talking about Pfizer there, Prad, and I think that honestly, I didn't execute anything here, but look how good these bottoms have been. 53.30s. I mean, I think you can almost buy any dip here on Pfizer. I mean, this is another name that's sort of not reacting at all to this market move down. We're only down. I mean, the thing is, too, I think we're getting a little bit carried away, and I sit here and I panic. Like, I instantly load up my RRSP, which is my long-term account. My short-term account's getting killed. Like, I have everything there that what I wanted to have, Clovers, PaySafe, things like that. I don't even want to look at these stocks. I might just burn that account as it goes. But anyways, the longer-term account, looking at names like, what about PayPal? Another name that we bought on the cheap. Yeah, right. You never bought it on the cheap because you didn't buy it today. This is like one of the lowest numbers I've seen for PayPal in a long time. 180, like we cracked 180 today. Are you kidding me? Down to the downside there. PayPal continues to get cracked out. There's a lot of names that are like this that continue to be problems, right? And so I think you just gotta stay the course here. Today's that first day where we hear the transitory inflation talk. Obviously, that's not going to be good. Looks like it's going to be non-transitory, so it's going to continue on. And Powell said even until middle, and this was on our show as well, middle of 2022. So we still got 6 to 8 months of this, it seems like, where they're going to be talking about inflation. Whether or not that exists or not, who knows? But, well, not who knows. We've seen the statistics. They're out there. Quick update on Roblox. So this is going to be the trade of the day, and I'm really happy with this one. We took the 130 break, and this is what I mean. You take it in the morning, and that out was amazing. And why did we take it? Just amazing looking back. We liked Roblox back here. So sometimes you got to look back and see, okay, where are stocks coming from to sort of see where they're going. So we hit that spot again, and then look at this, another dip right back in here on Roblox. And I tried the same thing again. But notice this. This is what I wanted to get at, and Prad did a great job today, I feel like, explaining to you traders out there the kind of mentality that goes through when you're making trades. and that is that you have to have ins and you have to have outs, right? So when Roblox is coming all the way back down, I don't really have anything here other than some of these levels. And maybe let's blow this up a little bit here so I can show you guys. Maybe this 133, and Arun and I actually sat here and talked about this because I said, oh man, like should have maybe defended this area. And then, but if you flip this chart upside down, because I tend to be a bull, that if you go bearish, it's the same thing. As soon as this breaks is where we should have gone short there. So again, instead of sitting there watching all these stocks kind of fall to apparently super low levels, you know, you could reverse that into that short. But this is more what I want to talk about. So this is a 130 long, right? Out, 131.50, so that's $1.50. Out, right here, 136.50, so that's $6.50. So far, that's $1.50 on half, $6.50 on the full thing. Then you look back here, we tried it again. It came crashing down. We had some little spike up here, but we tried it. Look where we went long, literally 130.07. That's a little late. Normally you want to go long a little bit more ahead of that number. But look where we got out, 129.33. So that right there, 70-cent hit. You know, okay, half of what this was. Then we tried it again. We said, you know what? Roblox coming into pre-market levels. So we do the same thing again. We let it drop, like bounce, 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 bounce. Let it drop down into these levels. So we're sitting there, 128. Where do we get out there? It drops back down, 127.50. Gave it 50 cents worth of movement. Good thing we did because I wouldn't have even got out there. And look where it drops all the way down to 124 and change. So I just wanted to say, like, you can kind of switch up your game here as I'm seeing crypto starting to go back up to the upside here as Ethereum right now, this is on a minute chart, trying to bounce a little bit here back up through 45, back through 46. The high today, 47.50. We'll see if we can get back to that. But the point being here, we're at some levels now where you may have to revise your thinking. Like Roblox right now, normally I would be like, hey, if we're going to break through 130 here, this is the trade I want, right? But maybe you think about it the other way. What about going short right now, using this as your out? So if the market does continue to go back down, then you have that short right here. But getting tossed around a little bit in Roblox, you know, it's a tough trade right now. So just be very, very patient with all of your names. Fisker was another one that dropped to the downside here. You know, we were able to get in and out of that one. Good thing we did. You know, you don't need to be married to stocks. I think you talked about that as well there, Trader Prad. And then check out AMD. You want to talk about not being married to stocks. I mean, I'm going to hit this just because. You know, it's my show, I'll do what I want to, but this is Prad's show, so I'm going to give it back to you in a second there, Prad. But look at this. This is where you get out, right? I mean, we noticed, and it was funny because I had no idea. I mean, we knew Powell was speaking. We obviously didn't know the context, but had an idea. I identified that up here, it was really struggling near all-time highs. So once we dropped back down below this 163.50 area, we got out. It looked like a bad decision, but then it just started to crack lower, 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 lower. So, you know, right now, I think we got to think about, is the market going to bounce off this, down, up 1.5, down now 1.5%? You know, you are having a level of concern right now. If you like some of these trades, I think you can buy, but don't get jiggled out, man. You got to buy with the right amount of shares in the right direction. Like if you think a long is coming, you may not want to go full load on this because you could easily crack back down to the downside. So I think right now, moving forward, I got motivated by Greg. He was a great guest there, but I think you got to have the right position sizing and the right risk tolerance. Today is a different day, Prad. You have today, guys, you have the rebalancing. I know Prad's saving some of his bullets for that, but like that's going to be coming around 350. You'll see Arun and I talk about that on the show. Should be a crazy rebalance. We'll see if anything's popping off in Toronto or if in New York, NASDAQ, things like that. But buckle up, man. It's been a very, very volatile last couple months, and I think we're going to have a big close. So right now, AMD down 3% might be a good buying opportunity, but I'd actually look at it the other way. Look to short some of these moves, and I think that's a good example there that we just found in Roblox, and I just should have done it. Look at that. We just talked about getting the short there, 129.50. It's back down to 128.50. So I'm going to park an order somewhere in here, 129.50 one more time. Roblox comes back up, your boy's going to be short. Let me throw it back over to you. Brampton, what's up?
All right, yeah, back to wrong button, right button. There we go. Back to me. Thank you, Sean, for covering over there for a little bit. Yeah, now we're just looking for opportunities. Like I said, I don't really have much risk left in my day for today, and I want to save it for that big MSCI trades coming in later on. So there is a trade that I would have taken. As Sean was talking, got me gave me a couple seconds to scroll through Discords, look through messages, and congratulations to the traders on the floor for absolutely smoking some of those trades today, making me very jealous, very, very jealous, and makes me want to FOMO into this Moderna trade because I want to make money too. So yeah, congratulations to all the homies on the floor. If you are in the chat, I love seeing the homies make money. Let's go, boys. Nice shirt, Prad. Oh yeah, I even forgot I'm wearing this. Yeah, Manscaped. I don't know if our watch list is still sponsored by Watch List. Is it? Yeah, so thank you, Manscaped, for the shirt, for the device, and for sponsoring us for Trader TV Live. All right, educational cameo with directives. Nice, yes, always. You know, entertainment and education are the two main reasons for the show. Now let's go into the stock market. Obviously, this is what I was talking about. The Moderna. I just want to so badly push some size over here to get short in front of 350 and then ride the stock down to 340 or so. We'll just be hands off. You know, this is no point for us to push the trade. But obviously, that's going to be a nice risk to reward trade for those of you looking for one. Polestar event tomorrow. Ooh, GGPI. Okay. We'll put GGPI on the watch list then. We'll be looking out to see what GGPI wants to do tomorrow. You could swing. No, we can't swing over here. Our platform is the rule is you know, at the end of the day, 4 o'clock or so, we have to be out of all of our positions, and that's why it's called Day Trade the World. AMC recovery. Let's go check out what AMC is looking like. AMC did get... Oop, I'm not typing in the right spots. AMC did get pushed down hard off of the market, moved to the downside, did go down to 32.75, so did go as low as 32.75, bouncing off of that number, coming back through VWAP. So like I said, you know, AMC around these prices are just going to be a really good dip buy opportunities for a swing trade or even for an investment opportunity for those of you who missed out buying AMC at the 20s at under 35. You know, I honestly doubted we're ever gonna go under 35 because the way AMC has held 35, 36 for multiple you know, weeks on in a row every time it's gone down there. So the fact that we are down here and the reason why we're down there is not because of AMC but of external factors such as inflation, what the Fed is talking about, how markets behaving. So based off of that, I think you know, that just means when the good days start coming, AMC just has more of a reason to go through those 40s, go through those 60s, and change a little bit. Press the like button. Yes, thank you, JJ. I hope you're the JJ that I was talking to earlier, VWAP trader, JJ, or if not, even if you're not that JJ, thank you for spreading love and saying press the like button. Indeed. Will we go lower? Good time to load up for investment. Visa. Let me see if Visa 130 more likes to 1K. Ooh, thank you, Miss V. Guys, let's run that number up for Miss V. Come on. BNTX, how you like my short on 340? If you like your short, then you like your short, my friend. You don't need my opinion. You know, it doesn't matter if I like it. Doesn't matter if I hate it. If you like your short, if it's making money for you, that's the only opinion that you should be looking out for, and that's the only opinion that should matter. Because at that point, you're not trading anybody else's book, but your own book. And I'm talking to you specifically because of what happened last time. Hedge funds buying this AMC dip. Yeah, I could see that. I could 100% see that. But then again, what hedge fund? I guess, you know, there could be some hedge funds who want to be on the ape side. So yeah, maybe I could see that. And if big money wants to buy 32, why won't you, right? Why won't you spend your money to buy 32 if big money is looking to buy 32? How do you feel about F right now? Did it drop under 19? Ooh, don't tell me. I got to go check it. I'll pull it up in a second. So Visa Visa been getting crushed for a while now, along with PayPal, Square, and UPST. So all these fintech stocks have been, getting slaughtered for a while now. But remember, there's not a lot of companies that you could use your credit card with. There's probably MasterCard and Visa that only I know about. So, at the end of the day, if you want to borrow money, you're going to these guys, and their names pretty much slapped on everything out there that you're gonna be spending your money on. Where are we going to? Prad, I'm only asking opinion. I thought you were saying your book. You said my short, so I thought you were talking about, you're in the short. You're asking for, do I take the short? Let's go pull up BNTX. BNTX 350. It could be a level to take the short if you have tight risk to reward parameters. Obviously 350 kind of not a level in my opinion. 372 or 370 is more of a level than 350 is. So if you want to short 350, that's fine with me, but I don't really have an out. I would probably move my stop limit to 352, 355 as the stock is moving, break a lot of the rules. So I don't really have an out, and unless I want to keep my out 350, like 50 or 50 cents or so, which would work. But look at the spread. The spread itself is 70 cents. So I don't know. I don't really have an out on the upside. Maybe give it $1 upside out and then get out on the 351. If 351 breaks, you're wrong. And if it doesn't, then you have a nice risk to reward of, I don't know, $10 or more on the downside. So there is a trade to be made, but I just don't have an out on the upside unless you want to take a random arbitrary number such as 351, which is not even a resistance. You're just picking a 351 number because you're giving it $1 off your entry. 374 double top, yeah, exactly. It's like I'd much rather be shorting 374s or something than 350s. But if you look at it just in today's perspective, how the stock's trading today, what news that the vaccines have, the vaccines overall are being quoted as not as strong for the new variant. If the new variant ends up being any more problems with the new variant compared to what they're saying right now, which is it's not as serious or whatever. So if things on that talk or that conversation change, it could be completely different. But today they're saying it's not that serious. The vaccination is not that strong for that variant, and that's why vaccine stocks are kind of having a bad day. Otherwise, I believe Moderna was pretty much gearing up to go test 400 today. But that news where Moderna CEO, Pfizer CEO came out and said that their thing is not good for the new variant was the reason why we're not above 370 for Moderna or 370 break going through 400, testing 400, probably something similar to what happened yesterday. So BNTX there made a little flush, like $1 flush or so off that 350, and then immediately back to 350 right now. I want to go check what Pfizer's looking like and who is leading who. So maybe BNTX made a pop. Is Pfizer gonna make a pop, and is it gonna go higher? Or if PFE is going lower, and is that gonna bring BNTX to the downside with it? Or is Novavax the leader? Who's the volume leader also? We got 3 million on Novavax. We got 29 million on PFE, and we got, where's the BNTX? I think another 3 million on BNTX. So there you go, 350 ended up breaking, and then you have your 350.50 on the offer. So if I had a stop at the 350.50, I would have already been stopped out, and I would have been probably beating myself up about how I got stop hunted and complaining about it, right? The spread itself is $1 to 70 cents to $1 at times. It's no real out, no real answer. So too many questions and no answers in my opinion. Some vaccines, some vaccines stop viruses and some prevent illnesses. Anybody ever get a flu shot that caught the flu? That's true. That's true. You know, the polio vaccination, once you get it, you don't ever catch it again, or measles or whatever. But yeah, this is I'm just going off of like what the news articles say. Obviously, this is just a prevention. It's there's a level, I think, what, 70% of Moderna or 60%. I forget what the number was. They did say 90 at one point. I forget which one that was. Maybe that was J&J. Was that J&J that said they had 90%? Like, we were laughing when those numbers came out. Like, never in history has ever a vaccination come out with such high numbers and then 90%. Like, all right, cool. What happened to RIVN? RAVN? Not sure what happened to. Are you talking about Rivian, RIVN, or RAVN? Looks like it's delisted. It's no longer trading anymore. And when did it even delist over here? What date is this? November 29th. That's yesterday. So it's a delisted stock from yesterday. It could be deleted because they got bought out from the way it's trading around $58.03. It looks like they got bought out for maybe $58.05 or so, and then it transacted somewhere near that. So yeah, if you have a position on this stock, my friend, and you are not able to get out, that's because obviously it's delisted. Let me just go make sure that it is before I keep saying that word. RAVN. Oh, it is trading. What? No. What? Okay. Brandon's looking. I see no candles on today though. I see candles yesterday, and it is looking like a buyout. So yeah, I don't know. I think you need to contact your broker as to what's going on your position over here if you have shares on RAVN, because obviously I'm not seeing any prints happening on TradingView for today. We don't have any prints here today, and usually if that's what happens, where our level 2 is grayed out, that's what happens. Yeah, so CNH Industrial completes the acquisition of Raven Industries. Brandon just posted that in the work chat, so there you go. CNH bought them, so maybe your shares get converted to CNH, or CNH just probably gives you cash for your position. Not sure what the transaction is, but contact your broker. Always contact your broker. They work for you. It was cash, says Brandon. It was cash. So yeah, there you go. $58.03 cash. It looks like we're closed. AERC still going lower. Wow. Like, I hope whoever took that long scalp their profits, you got a $2 scalp all on that entry. So I hope you got that out, because we're still going lower here. This is still nuts on this position. Not sure how low can we go today. You know, kind of playing the limbo game. Yeah, Sean's playing limbo over there on his desk right now. How low can you go? So, you know, yeah, like, this is absolutely nuts. How low can you go? AERC, let me go to all time, and why even bother, right? Why even bother pulling up all time? That's IPO, a bang, 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 and then bang. Like, oof. Within 3 days, the stock has moved 100% to the top side and 100% to the downside. That's nuts. Down to the flow. Yeah, how low can you go down to the flow? Exactly. TDOC is holding 100 line. I keep waiting for it to go lower, but looks like a buy soon. Mr. Amir Zing himself. I haven't seen you in chat a while, my friend. How are you doing? Hope everyone on your side of the world and the west side is having a good time. Let's go check out TDOC on New York. So you're saying it's holding 100. I can see that the low a day is $100.12. So it looks like your idea is indeed correct. Obviously, I can't see size on the level 2 that far below. Maybe I can. Just some books, not all the books. So I see there's some size on the New York book, about 180,000 shares. No, wait. 180 lots. Sorry. So we'll see if you know, we go down there, go test it again, and at that point, I could see a buy being signaled for the entry. But keep in mind, you know, your market's really struggling to go back into the VWAP area and are trying to go make a new low a day. So with the big closing imbalance trades that will be happening today, the repricing of you know hedge funds and portfolios that will be taking place today, I will be a little worried about what markets want to move and what direction they want to move into. Prad, you should keep shorting Peloton. Are they getting destroyed still? I would love to see that they are. And I love it. There you go, -3%. You know, I wish I had shorted them on my own account and just forgot about it, because I would never have to look at it. The stock is going below $40 very soon. I have no doubt about it. And if I can even find this. If I can even find it for you, and it's basically the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like, there we go. Oops. Stop. Mouse, behave. Thank you. All right, so look at this. So we're going to advertise a sale on our bike, right? We're going to take $450 off the bike for everyone. But you know what? We're going to advertise the bike in a way where the person's not even working out on the bike. They're working out on the ground, and have the screen turned sideways. Just have an iPad in front of you and use YouTube. Just have an iPad in front of you and use YouTube. Or have a laptop. Have your phone. I don't get it. Anyways, but yeah, keep shorting it. Take it under $40. Take it to $0. Peloton has no value in it. There's no barrier to entry. All it has is fangirls who buy the product because, you know, oh, I want to be a Pelotoner or whatever they call themselves. So, you know, I have the same mentality that I do for Apple users. I don't like Apple users. We always get into arguments because I'm an Android user. But at the same time, I like Apple as a stock. But when it comes to Peloton, I can't agree with Peloton on terms of the stock or in terms of the product. So no. Tell us what you really think about Peloton long term. Fear of bikes, maybe? No, I love bikes. I love bikes. Don't get me wrong. I love bikes. I just don't believe they have a barrier to entry in that field. There's no barrier to entry, at least for me. Anyone can slap an iPad on a bike and call it proprietary technology, right? MRNA back above 350, and you know, I still want to take the short near 350, but let's keep watching how the market wants to move. You know, we are really market's really struggling to see if it can find a way towards VWAP or if it wants to continue going to the downside. And if the market wants to go to the downside, then I would love to pile in on the Moderna short, even without having any risk left on the day. But I think, you know, Moderna short level should be really around over here where I previously shorted it, which is, you know, 352s or 354s. So what I'm basically saying, if you are shorting 352, you might just have to give it to 354 to say that you're wrong. And if 354 breaks, then yeah, because the stock wants to go back higher. But at the moment, 350 level, 352, 354, we're looking to see how low can it go from there. Anybody buying Mirror? What's that? It's the what? It's the Lululemon version. It's CRM a buy with earnings call at close. So yeah, I did mention that stock earlier today, and the play that I would be playing. Obviously, I don't like playing earnings before they come out because I believe that's just gambling. You know, people call it a lotto play for a reason. For those of you who are playing options and are playing options with earnings, you always hear the term called lotto play or a gamble pick or whatever, and that's basically people just guessing. We don't want to guess. We don't want to hope of how the earnings come out. I'd much rather sit there, and as soon as the earnings come out, you have, you know, enough time to push the trade on it. It's a gamble most of before earnings. It is a gamble most of before earnings. Well, that's why I'm saying I would not make the trade before earnings. I'd much rather be buying the stock after the earnings report come out, or shorting the stock after earnings come out. Prad, you gamble every day? No, I take calculated risks, which happen to not work out, but when they do work out, they end up being bangers. Let us pray for AMC. Ooh, AMC, like people just love talking bad about AMC. Nah, man, I think, Gino, you don't have to worry about AMC in any sort of way. AMC, I think, is just, coming into that 35 zone for buyers, and then the rest of the move to the downside is just orchestrated by the market. So I don't think AMC needs a prayer just yet. I think AMC could use a prayer though when it goes below one, below like the 25 or something, if it ever ends up going there. Mirror is the LeBron James on the commercial. I don't think I've seen that because obviously no TV channels that are on my computer. But yeah, Mirror is the Peloton waste of money, equally a dust collector. Oof. I actually started my first NFT collection last night. Someone gifted me my first NFT. So thank you, Pro Trader Mike, for that and having me on his show last night. That was fun. And he gifted me a nice little Joker NFT. Well, it looks like a Joker. I think it's like Harlequin or Joker. Not too sure. Do you have to pay back your losses? I mean, everyone has to work out of their losses. It's a prop firm, right? You basically eat what you kill, and if you don't kill a day, you're not eating that day. And if you're not killing multiple days in a row, you're basically starving multiple days in a row until you find a way to make a spear again, and then kill the animal, and then cook it, and then eat it, right? So if you're going hunting and you lose a spear, for example, yesterday on my losses, I lost my spear. I have to go now find a new stone, find a new rock, put them together, which is basically finding setups, and then kill the animal, which is killing the rabbit, and then eat the rabbit. So working out of your losses is obviously something everyone has to do. The company does not eat it. What about your NFT? What about NFT you showed me? Oh, that NFT, Miss Veek? Yeah, let's not talk about that NFT, please. That guy is still a viewer, and I love him though. But let's not talk about that one. You eat your piton. I don't trade piton, so I don't eat piton. I don't trade piton. I mean, I do trade piton, but I short piton. But yeah. I joined T3 and still follow you all. What's T3? I'm not sure what T3 is. AERC still getting spicy. Man, you guys just love this stock right now. What is going on with you guys? The balls are just humongous. You guys need a wheelbarrow to walk around with on the streets, looks like. So the low a day obviously being $14.31. We're currently making a nice little pop off that bottom towards back to $17 or so where it first halted. Let's see if we can go back towards the what's this price, $19 where it started turning down from, and then it made that halt over here at $16.51 on the downwards move. So we'll see what happens. Prad, Moderna and Pfizer did not say their vax will not work. Their data has not. I never said that, Matthew Bradshaw. I said the CEO came out and said their vaccines for their existing vaccinations for the new vaccination is not as potent as the ones they already have for the current variants. Those are word to word what the CEO's articles are saying. I never said that they will not work. Those words never came out of my mouth. What? Let's get Prad a Peloton bike. I mean, obviously, I could use one, a nice little workout on it. I'm not going to say no if you want to buy me one, Pavia, but the chances are I'm probably going to resell that and probably go buy a cheaper one and keep the profits in my own pocket. Wow, MRNA. Let's go check out what MRNA is doing. Come on, what am I typing? MRNA, ooh, there you go. Nice little pop to 352. This is where I would actually start looking for that short opportunity on Moderna, and I'm just going to take it. Even though I have really no room left, this might just end up being my last trade of the day. We'll see how it ends up playing. Obviously, I got to give it that room till 354 or so. Like I said, that will basically be $2 from here. We'll see if Moderna ends up coming any higher from here, or does it flush to the downside, give us a nice risk to reward, $3, $2 risk to reward on this bad boy. Pat is just quoting what I heard from many viewers, many news about vax efficacy. Yes, that's right. You will sell the Peloton to short Peloton. That's exactly right. I'll sell the Peloton. I'll take the money and I'll put it in shorting the stock, and then I'll take that money and I'll put it back into shorting the stock again, and I'll take that money and I'll put it back into AMC, and then I'll go long. Prad getting heated again. What's getting heated again, my friend? I need tickers, please. Any tickers anytime you guys are talking about would be great. Obviously. So we're just trying to ride this bad boy to the downside. I'm just gonna throw out an order at 351.30, which would be $1 in the money to the downside, and that would be a nice little leave a room for me that would open up some extra trades for me if I can ride it to the downside here, and we can start making more trades. I got some with you. Moderna short Prad. Let's go. Obviously, kind of struggling at 352 still. Not really in any point of way where we can clap and beat our chest about, but we'll see how it ends up trading. Good call on the PTON triple short. Yeah, no worries, guys. You know, PTN, not PTON. Sorry. All is down except for Apple. That is 100% right. That's it. Obviously, Apple having its own news over there and own catalyst and its own brain. Apple is pretty much the Tesla of EV spaces today. And I guess, you know, you could just say Apple has its own EV coming out too. So there you go. There's another reason why Apple can do what Apple wants. Prad, tell us, what is your contribution to world happiness? Oof, my existence, baby. My existence alone. My presence is a present. Kiss. If you know the lyric, you know the lyric. My presence is a present. From Monsters by Jay-Z. Actually, no, it's a Kanye West song, but the lyric is by... Is that the Jay-Z lyric? I think that's the Jay-Z lyric. Or Rick... No, that's not the Rick Ross part. That's the Jay-Z part. All right, where are we going to? PFE up 3%. He's so full of it. I like it. I hope I hope in a good way. I hope I'm not full of it, but all right, where are we going to? He didn't notice I was sarcastic. No, I noticed. I was just playing along. I know you were joking, Eddie. Pat is young, living his life from him. Oh, dude, it's okay. He's just trolling. He's trolling. Everyone's just trolling. Any thoughts on Apple electrical car coming soon-ish? I don't know when. Obviously, we don't have dates. We don't have any news. They don't even have a car. They probably only have a 3D rendering so far. So no news, no articles, no dates, no information. All we have is a hope and a prayer that it comes out soon and disrupts the space. So that's all we have. No other answer or no other opinions on that besides that for Apple's car. So 351.30 looks like ended up hitting not too long ago on Moderna down there. So $1 in the profit. I took half of my profit out there. Let's see if we can keep riding the stock to the downside. Obviously, you know, I have no size in it. Nothing that matters on this position for me. But I hope it is for you guys. Let's see if we can ride it to the downside. But at the same time, keep in mind Pfizer is actually ripping through the roof right now. But yeah, it is. Pfizer is going higher, and I'm going to see if BNTX is going higher. It is indeed. Let's go to Novavax, NVAX. Man, My brain today, absolute shoosh. Mwah, I gotta love it. Okay, NVAX coming to not really doing what BNTX and Pfizer are doing. So maybe this could give you a short opportunity in front of 203, 202, something like how I have it going on in Moderna right now. But Pfizer and BNTX really having most of your moves to the upside for your vaccine plays. All UK adults to have boosters by the end of Jan. Government this afternoon. Are you taking that? Are you getting that from somewhere? Do you have an article? I'm just looking over to the TVs that we have over here to see if that's being the headline right now. So I don't see that being the headline. So the headline is apparently all UK adults to have booster by end of January. Okay. So that could, bring more money into Moderna. And, Moderna going down hard. There we go. $2.54 in the money on Moderna now. Obviously, like I said, I have no size. So nothing that matters to me. I just took the trade to take the trade for you guys. And I pretty much risked getting shut down for you guys on that end. So I hope you're happy because you guys keep saying, why aren't you trading? And there you go. Took that short. Obviously, now we're looking for 350 to hold. And if 350 holds, I'm getting out. If 350 doesn't hold, then I don't have a reason to get out. Then we're looking to see if 348 holds. And if 348 holds, I'm getting out. If 348 doesn't hold, then once again, I have no reason to get out. So this is the mentality that you want to get into, is look for answers. Always have questions and then look for those answers. If you don't have the answers, the chances are you already know it's a bad trade. Most of the time, guys, like me and Greg Greg and I were having this talk one day, and it was about you just know right away when you're in a bad trade. Like within a minute or two, you start having a gut feeling that this ain't it, chief. Like this is not it. Like it's not working out for you. You've been holding this for so long. The stock's not moving in your direction. This just ain't it. So if you ever get that gut feeling, and after getting that gut feeling, you're not able to answer questions like, can I get out here? Do I get out here? What happens if this happens? What do I do if this happens? If you can't answer those, in my opinion, just look for the first exit to the left or right or whatever direction you can find it. I'm shorting through from 352. Let's go, baby. Yes, you're at $2 in the money right now. Let's go, my friend. AERC now through 19. Let's go see what AERC is looking like. AERC indeed went through 19, finding a bottom in front of $14. So for all of you brave soldiers out there who had the nuts to go long, congratulations. You are now once again in the money. Absolute monstrous move. Looks like it's going to find a way to halt again on the way up very soon if volume just continues to trade the way it is. ARC halted on the way down. Why can't it halt up? Well, there's rules on how a stock halts on the way up, and also rules on the way that it halts down. So basically, it can't move a certain amount of percentage in a certain amount of time. So that hasn't happened yet for the stock on the upwards direction right now. That's why it's not getting halted. But if that ended up triggering the halt band, then it would trigger. So that's the reason why it's not halting on the move up right now. I'm in the green on AERC. Let's go, Eddie. Smoking that long. Nice little a long entry. Not sure where you got it. Maybe 16s, maybe 14s. But yeah, obviously nice little long over there. Remember though, the stock is in new ranges. Like these are areas where the stock has never traded before. So will be very surprising to see. Will be very hard to find an actual bottom and then hold the stock to that bottom. So the fact that if people found the bottom over here at 14, very, very, very happy for you guys, but not something that I would have been able to do so on the move today. So that's something that I will be having on my watch list for tomorrow. MRNA did indeed reverse. So I'm going to maybe add another lot size here to take back one more position. Actually, I'll wait to see if we can go to 353 or so, and if we can go to 353, I'll take take another lot size over there, and then we'll just get back in short. In the deep red, BFRI. Okay, let's go check it out. BFRI down 23%. I mean, obviously not in the deep as AERC is. That one's down like 50%, 80%, right? But yeah, BFRI still pretty far down today, down about 23% overall. Still trying to go back to the bottoms. Looks like, you know, it found a top at the previous range high, $5.60 or so, and now trying to go back to the $5.20. How's Prad doing by his loneliness? I left because no Miss V. Well, Miss V is, you know, obviously sick. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming back. Peace. And hope you stay. But if you don't, that's cool, brother. Next time. Hopefully tomorrow when Miss V's back. I think she's back tomorrow, unless of course she's sick. And at that point, yeah, Miss V, don't get me sick. Nvidia good for long investment? Yes. Always a yes. Nvidia is a monster. Always a yes. It's like AMD for me, but obviously you got to pick your prices. You got to look for the right prices to go long on. What are your thoughts with BGFV? Let's go check out BGFV real quick. BGFV down about 6.5%, almost 7% at the moment. Trying to see if we can find a bottom at the day's low near $22.80. Currently bouncing off in front of 23, and trying to make a move towards VWAP, but obviously not enough volume on the stock. Less than 1 million shares traded today. About 900,000 shares. So going back to Moderna here, Moderna did give me my latest entry at 353 or so. Let's see if the stock wants to break 353 to the high side. And I did say, right, 354 could be your actual top on the position today if you are looking to go short on Moderna. And if that does not end up holding, then you might want to look for your exits, because it could just rock higher and higher. Are you getting stomped out on Moderna, off Moderna? No, I'm still in Moderna, and most of my trades were winners on Moderna. I got stopped out here, but I got the short, which was about $10. I guess I only took $9 though. $10 reward, but I only took $9. Prad wants to get sick to play more New World. Surprisingly enough, I haven't played New World in God knows how long. So I've been busy grinding on trading, grinding on Twitter, grinding on career path instead of gaming. So I just don't have gaming time anymore, man. It's just wild. Haven't had the chance to play a game in so long now. Prad, take it easy, bro. We're good, bro. We're good. You're missing Miss V. Yes, we're all missing Miss V here. That Prad list though, yeah. What about that Prad list? Is it useful by any chance? I hope it is. Let's go check out Affirm, because you know I think Affirm was on the Prad list. So let's go pull it up real quick. Affirm was a crazy move off the open. Ran as high as 136, 135.50. Let me go to Twitter. Let me pull up the Prad list, the Pradley list. Profile. Where's my tweet? What did I say? Affirm 140, 136. So there you go, 136. So basically 135.50. If you got short, you never had to look back, ride it all the way down. Why didn't I trade it? I don't know. I have no answers to it. But yeah, 136 short. Beautiful setup over there for everyone who took it. Congratulations on a multiple dollar reward trade. But let's be honest, the chances that Affirm to break 136 and go to 140 were equally as high as the news dropping at the time that it did, which means it was anyone's game. It could have gone higher, it could have gone lower. It was anyone's game, really, and we just have to stick to our stops and our rules. I love your analysis. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Learn from the best. Being around Greg, Neil, Sean, Brandon, you'll start learning a thing or two. So that's the best part about being at a floor like this. Moderna. So Moderna rocking to 354 here. Let's see what Moderna wants to do. So obviously trying to go higher on the position. Looks like I'm going to be now on the mercy of the position itself. Let's see if we're gonna get a flush down eventually from these numbers. Obviously, I said we would like to see the stock go to 354 and then flush. So I should have been a little hands off, maybe taking the profit on the way down and then got back in at 354. But we're just gonna be hands off and see if it wants to come down, it can come down. If not, then I'm probably gonna get shut down today. What the hell is going on with Affirm? What do you mean? Affirm is looking pretty good still to me, in my opinion. The market flush has brought it down pretty drastically. But if the market wasn't flushing, I think it would have managed to hold up in front of 130 and then just go higher. But yeah, we'll see how the stock trades tomorrow. If it's gonna be something to keep on our watch list, and if it's gonna rock all the way to the moon tomorrow is something to for sure keep an eye on. Tomorrow, Chop Fest. Pow speak again at 10 a.m. EST, 2 p.m. EST. Ooh, okay. So apparently we got more people coming up and talking tomorrow. So we'll see what ends up being on that side. More downside maybe on the markets then, if what they have to say is not good. Affirm was overbought at these levels. I think, yeah, I mean, obviously 150 was too high for Affirm. If the earnings report comes out and it goes to 170 and can't break out of 170, especially after the stock making that high on the Amazon news, was an indication that 170s is kind of overbought. So I think 170 to 150 overbought. I would like to see the stock trade above 130. And that's kind of what the idea was today with the overall move in the market. But then the big flush that the market presented us with, or not the market, but the Fed presented us with, allowed the stock to just break through every level to the downside. What price ranges would you predict for KRYS tomorrow? I don't predict ranges, my friend. AMD has started to climb from the bottom. Can you share your review of AMD? Good time to buy in. If AMD for an investment, I think we're at the highs over here. I don't really like buying the highs for an investment. Like if you're playing the breakout trade for a day trade, then yeah, like breakout long of the highs or something, or is something that could be useful. But for if you're starting an investment account, then I wouldn't be suggesting to buy these highs unless you really believe that there's way more room on AMD. AMD can go to $300 in the next year. If you believe that AMD is gonna do that, then fine. I personally don't think AMD is gonna do that, and I'd much rather wait for AMD to come back to $100 or so, and then push my chips onto the table. So I'm not looking for an investment, but swing traders, if you are looking for a swing trade opportunity, let's see how the markets close today, how the imbalancing, rebalancing happens, and how the market closes on the upside, green side, downside, or whatever, left side, right side, whatever side, right? I would like to use that information to apply to my trades tomorrow and see if we're gonna have some nice longs. But obviously for swing trade, that's gonna require to take a position right now. If you believe AMD is gonna be above 160 tomorrow, then obviously why not go for the long and take that swing trade idea. I'm just gonna be hands off on swing trades also. I'd much rather wait to see how markets trade for the rebalance. Better invest in NVIDIA. Oof. It's also another one of those same mentalities is going to stop me from pushing the trade on NVIDIA just as for AMD. It's like I can't really see myself. I got to go do something on Moderna real quick. I'm just trying to take some profits out on Moderna to the downside. Well, not really profit, because even though I'm out 40 cents out of the money right now, I'm just trying to take a target. That way, when the stock does go back higher, I can maybe add to the position at a different price point, and then get a better average or so. So I'll just leave it alone. We'll just leave the stock alone. If I get shut down, I get shut down, and I just can't trade the closing trades. Whatever. That's what I get for taking that trade and then pushing a FOMO entry. Overall market flush or recover into the close. Yeah, I mean, overall market flush or will it recover into the close is a big question that everyone's having right now, right? We don't know answers to those type of questions yet. Obviously, we're expecting a bigger flush in the market later on, but we have a big rebalance day. Today markets can basically do whatever they want at this point, but at 5 o'clock or so, based on whatever the closing imbalance number comes out on the imbalance locator, would kind of dictate the move for stocks. Prad, you know you love to FOMO. Oh, I know I love FOMO. FOMO is my best friend for sure. FOMO is for sure my best friend. But why the short when the market's already down? Why the short and Moderna? I mean, I just believe Moderna is garbage of a stock and a garbage of a company. But no, those levels that I was shorting earlier, so those are the levels that I'm going to short again one more time. That's pretty much it. It's nothing more harder than that, more complicated than that. The only thing that's I'm kind of beating myself about is because I don't really have the risk allotment left to make a trade on any of these positions, especially because there's going to be some banger of a trading opportunities coming in later on in the day for me. So I should be really saving my bullets for that, instead of shooting myself in the foot, which is what I'm doing right now. Netflix. What do you think about Netflix? Let's go to Netflix. So Netflix, obviously, very, very bullish on Netflix because that's pretty much all I do all day. One of the latest series that I've been watching right now is what's it called? How to Be a Tyrant. It's actually pretty interesting of a series on Netflix, and I read 48 Laws of Power before by Dan Green. I forget what his name was, but Dan something, and that kind of made me a little sinister for a while. But I enjoyed reading that book, and now I'm enjoying watching that series, How to Be a Tyrant. And the reason I'm saying is Netflix that can never miss. Netflix has one new hit after another hit. The latest TV show that they came out with what's his face, Kevin Hart, The Truth, amazing limited TV show that they just dropped. That was great. Wesley Snipes did amazing acting. Robert Greene, not Dan Green. Thank you, Robert Greene. So I just love Netflix. I don't think Netflix can do any wrong ever in my point. Squid Game is great. Finished Squid Game. The new season is gonna come out very soon. I love Squid Game. Yellowstone, never seen Yellowstone. Better than True Story? Okay, I have never seen Yellowstone. I'll for sure put it up on my watch list for movies or TV shows. Sorry. Lucid Cup and Handle about to reverse. Let's go check out Lucid Motors. So we are about 30 minutes left to go into the closing show, which is from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock for those of you who are new. Previously only from 3 to 4, so stay tuned. You will be ported right into the closing show where Arun and Sean and Brandon will be trading live for you guys. But in the meantime, make sure to show your boy whose voice is dying some love, and the Miss V, your girl, who's actually at home sick right now and unable to be with us in person, but she is with us in spirit in the chat, helping me out in the chat. Thank you, Miss V, for banning all the people who are bullying me. So I see you working in the shadows. You're a trooper. You're the real MVP. So guys, YouTube algorithm works in funny ways, and we would appreciate if you guys helping us out on that end, which is hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, commenting on the videos, and also hitting the little notification bell, watching our videos every time we post them on the weekends. So all those actions that you can do help out our YouTube algorithm, and then which in return pushes out our page to people, and in return allows you to meet new like-minded traders, become grow relationships, make new friends. So yeah, hit that like button, help us all out. Sure. So Arun's here, so let's do a quick Q&A with Arun. Feel free to post questions for Arun. I think let's start off with the question that I had earlier that I said they should ask you. It was, how do you manage, and you got to put the mic like right in front of your face. How do you manage your emotions with trading?
How do you manage your emotions
Yeah.
with trading? Well, I mean,
Like, try getting this close to your mic.
you got to get really close.
Like this close, yeah.
Okay. So the way I do it is I don't really pay attention to the dollar figure, because I feel like it's easy to get really emotional once you see the dollar number. So you just worry about the points. A lot of the times when I'm trading, I talk about how I'm up or down this many points. That's the only way, because at some point you're going to get bigger, you're going to get better, and you're going to get bigger, and the numbers are going to move around a lot faster, so and in a much bigger fashion. So when you worry about the points never change. A penny's going to be a penny always.
A lot closer.
One
a lot
point,
closer.
Really?
Yeah. Just bring the mic to your face instead
my
of moving
God.
in that way.
So 1 point's going to be always 1 point, regardless of how much size you take. So as long as you're always taking the same amount of points and you're worried about the points, it's easy to kind of detach from the dollar number, which allows you to trade better, I think, personally.
Okay, any other questions? Let's see. And they're saying a lot better, but you got to talk up a little bit.
Got to talk up a little bit. I got to yell into this mic.
A little louder and a little closer. But yeah, it's because it's a podcast mic. It tries not to pick up extra sounds on the side and whatnot. That's pretty much the reason of it. All right. Arun, Prad, how long it takes for traders to become consistent? Yeah. So I guess that's like a more relative question based on the trader. For me, I'm still working on the consistent part, but I am profitable. But for you, what do you think?
Consistency?
Yeah.
It takes a while though. Consistency depends on what you're doing. I think I've said it. There's somewhere on our channel there is my backstory, and I've been doing it since out of high school, so 18 pretty much. And when you start out trading, you want to trade everything. It's just you want to trade every market, every possible thing you can get your hands on, and you just want to trade it. And then you learn over time what you become better at, what you're better at reading, and you kind of slowly get into it. So at the beginning, there's going to be no consistency whatsoever. And then slowly, once you figure, and that's the thing too, right? When you start out, you don't know what you want to trade. So it takes some time. It took me years to figure out exactly what I wanted to trade. So say 5 years later, and I do mean 5 years later, because up until that point, I was trading everything. So 5 years later, I figure out, you know what? I want to trade the futures. And then once you figure out what you want to trade, then it takes even more time to actually get consistent at figuring out what your reads are, developing your strategies, and all that time. So it could take years. Everyone's different. It depends on when and where you are, what your lifestyle conditions are, what you were capable of. Obviously, at 18, you don't have that many restrictions. You don't have that many responsibilities. You kind of have the ability to do whatever, mess around for a bit, figure things out as time goes on. Obviously, over time, you figure things out, and then you kind of settle into it. So yes, I've been doing this for 16 years, but I want to say the first 5 years was just a matter of me figuring out what market I wanted to play with. Because here at DTW, we have everything, right? We have every market available, every large financial market, even the small ones. We have markets like Thailand, which I've never traded, but some of our guys have traded it. So when you have access to that and you want to just go ahead and trade everything, I remember there was a time when we used to come in and we used to trade Tokyo. So we would trade New York, and then take a break and then come back when Tokyo opened, which was 2 hours later. And then we trade Tokyo for the first half of the session and go home. And there's one time I remember where I traded New York or North America, took a break, traded Tokyo, took a break, traded Europe. So yeah, that was no sleep. That went on for like, I want to say a week or two before my body's like, nope. And then that was it. So you figure things out as time goes on, and then you just kind of, get focusing on what you want to do, and then you just do it, really.
So for someone who's like, still dealing with emotions, and I find, day trading is something more appealing to me because I don't have to worry about what the market does after 4 or so, because I'm
Right.
not even holding.
Yeah.
For someone like you who's like, watching futures all day at work or at your home computer, at 4 o'clock, are you still like, pulling up your phone and checking futures or whatever? Like, how does that work for futures?
No, I've just learned over time that it doesn't help me in any case. Remember, especially futures, giving Globex hours, it's almost 24 hours. I want to say it's like 22 hours and 45 minutes of live trading time. So there's no way someone can run that often, almost 6 days a week. It's just, it's very hard to do. You're going to burn out if you do it. For me, though, I cut. I'm done after 4 o'clock, 4:15 to be specific, because the futures close at 4:15. After 4:15, I don't care what happens. I say this a lot too. I feel like it should be my tagline. I don't care what happens. It's not gonna, I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it. I'm not putting money on the line. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Now, if I were to start trading early, say there's some craziness going on in Europe that I knew ahead of time, and then I'm going to get up early for that, that's different because it's a planned thing. But I'm not going to just constantly follow the markets and try to make moves, because keep in mind, when North America closes, even the futures market gets somewhat thin, right? So you could get run over if you start taking some sides. So because of that as well, and the fact that you just mentally need a rest, because trading requires a lot of thinking. You're constantly adjusting, and you're thinking of your strategy, you're making adjustments, you're thinking of what if the market does this, what if the market does that. You're constantly processing data in your head. And then once the market closes, that's it. You should be done. So that's the way I take it. I know some traders like to be on top of things all the time. The Friday when I came in, I was expecting to be like, oh, it's going to be a quiet day. I don't even know what I'm going to trade. And then I looked up at my screen, and this is after I came into the office. I looked up at the screen. I'm like, oh, the markets are down a lot. And then I asked Brendan, and Brendan's like, yeah, it's down a lot. And that's when that was a moment. And this is like 15 minutes after I showed up is when I realized that the markets were down a lot on Friday. So this is just one of those things. I disconnect when I'm not trading, and then once I'm here, I'm on. And that's probably why you don't see me smile, because when I'm here, I'm on. I have to constantly process data. I don't have time to smile. It doesn't, in a way, it doesn't help me in any case. Now I'm taking a break. I'm helping you out because you need the
CPU processing unit.
Yeah, you need a
going.
wingman. I went out for a walk, had my lunch, went out for a walk. There was no trades to make on the futures, given the moves that it's already had. So here I am, just kind of, just on your show, messing around a little bit until 2 p.m. when I go back on our show and find some trades. If there's no trades, I'll take some symbols from the chat and kind of work with that.
Yeah, that Friday move was ridiculous. I think Greg was planning to take his day off, and he's like, wait, this is too big of a down move. I need to go to trade. Yeah. And that was an indication that was a big day. One more question in the chat is what are your steps or what's your algorithm for preparing for the day? Like what are the things you do?
Okay, so it might be a little intense though, but I wake up at about 4:20, 4:15, somewhere around there. And I get up. Yeah, I know.
That's so early.
I realized what I said after that. But I get up around 4:15 in the morning, Eastern time, by the way. So I get up. I get ready to go to the gym. My gym opens at 5. I'm in the gym as soon as they open. And regardless, if I come on the show, I'm out of there by 6. But if I'm at home, so if I'm not covering for anybody, I'm usually there until like 6:30, 6:45. Then I'll go home, shower, eat, whatever I need to do. And then I'm at my desk. And this is like every day. I'm at my desk by 8 o'clock. Yes, markets open at 9:30, but the futures are already open. and I start making reads. If I need to take a position, there's some trades I've taken at 8 o'clock and closed out at 4. So they're like almost 8-hour trades. It's just one of those things. This is my process. It kind of gets you in the right state of mind to kind of get going. And once I'm on, I'm on. That's it. There's no taking breaks. And Prad, we had a conversation, or we had a little talk there the other day where like, do I do anything during the week? Remember that conversation we had about doing stuff during the week? And I said no, because my mentality is once I'm on, and that's Monday to Friday. So if I'm trading, I'm trading. I don't yes, it's from 8 to 4, but then I don't mess around during the weekdays either, because what I do when I go to the weekends, because you kind of disconnect too, right? When you go to the weekends, you do whatever you want to do to have fun, whatever. You come back. For me, though, Sunday nights, I do a review. So I'm mentally prepared on what I'm looking at, what the market landscape looks like, and then I'll get going. And once I get going, Monday to Friday, I'm doing whatever I need to do. That's why midweek, I don't do a whole lot. My friends ask me, hey, you want to go do this? You want to do that? I'm like, no, it's a weekday. And they've gotten to understand that they don't ask me anything on weekdays. It's just one of those things. I do not go anywhere. I don't do anything on weekdays unless I have to.
So what time do you sleep to wake up that early?
I'm usually in bed by, I want to say, like 10.
Okay, that's not that bad.
No.
That's not that bad. I think like Neil sleeps at like 9 and he still wakes up like 5-ish or so.
Yeah, but Neil, it's different for Neil though, because he's got a child and he has a much longer commute than I do.
Fair.
Right? So he needs to go to bed early and wake up earlier.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, at 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I guess you still get a decent amount of sleep. That's
6
good.
hours and change.
That's good.
The only day I actually really sleep in is on Saturdays. Saturday is the only day that I get to sleep in, and my wife knows not to bug me on Saturday.
That's your catching up on sleep type of day?
Well, I guess. I guess it is. But to be fair, I don't even know if I'm catching up on sleep, because I end up, in the event that I have nothing going on Friday nights, I take out the PS4 and play whatever game I've got that I haven't finished. I tend to do campaign games.
What game are you playing right now?
Right now, I just bought Far Cry.
Okay.
Far Cry 6.
Nice. Okay.
So that's the only one. I had it for 2 weeks and didn't even open it. Like I don't have time, right?
He's busy.
Yeah, I don't have time. In the event that I ever have time, I'll just take out the PS4 and just play one of those games. And then I go to sleep late on Friday nights, and then I wake up, and it takes me like forever to wake up on Saturday. And that's the only day that I ever really get to sleep in.
Best trade ever.
Best trade ever.
It'll be just futures.
I mean, it's gonna be a futures trade. I don't remember. I don't remember the best trade, but I remember the craziest trade. The craziest trade I had, and Neil can attest to this. This was like years and years ago when Sean and Neil had their own office. There was one time that I was playing the jobs report. The first Friday of every month, there's a jobs report at 8:30 Eastern time, and I took a position. Remember, it gets very illiquid at that time, and I had a ton of size, and I couldn't get out of the size. And I feel like I've told this story before on air too, is that I had a ton of size on the short side, and then I couldn't get out. No, I had a ton of shares, a ton of the size on the long side, and I couldn't get out. And I'm crossing and crossing, nothing's hitting, because something happened with our broker for a split second. I couldn't get it out, and the books were closed. So here I am trying to get it out, couldn't get out. It went from like a massive winner, theoretically a massive winner. If you can't get it out, it's not really a massive winner, right? I went from a massive winner to the exact same amount on the loss side, and I feel like I need Neil here to kind of go through the story, because he was there. His reaction was priceless, because he's whispering under his breath, letting me do my thing, but at the same time, seeing the amounts that are flowing, he's like, "Get it out, get it out." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can hear you, because it's a loud whisper from the other room. I'm like, I can hear you. I'm trying, but I can't. It was quite the swing. That's the only trade I really remember. I mean, like in terms of like biggest winner, I don't really have like any one that sticks out. There's decent amount of winners, but nothing as exciting as that one moment where I had like a massive swing in one direction, and then completely opposite move. And keep in mind, all of this happens in about 6 to 7 seconds. And this is because the jobless report or the jobs number comes out, and it's very thin. So this is when the futures markets moves like 20, 30 points, and there's next to no liquidity.
That's like the 8:30 number, right?
That's the 8:30 number on the first Friday of the month. So actually, this Friday we should have another jobless number.
Okay.
Or not jobless. It's a jobs report.
Yeah.
It's a jobs report. But that's the only one I remember, just because it was so. You had very little time to absorb the shock of what just happened, and then you sit back, you're like, that really happened. And then you get to digest it for the rest of the day. You're like, yeah, that really happened.
So real quick for like, you know, for myself and for the viewers who are looking to play the job report number on Friday, what are you looking for? How would you trade it? What are you expecting? And then like what?
It's different now.
No?
The game is different now.
Okay.
Like I used to trade it was one of those, like, you can get a sense of how volume was flowing, and you would be more right than wrong. And so that, in that sense, I could size up big time.
Okay.
But now it's not. Like, good numbers don't mean good. It's a good number isn't a good thing anymore. Not always. So it depends on the day. Sometimes a good number is good. Sometimes a good number is bad, because it means the Fed's going to do something else. Everyone's trying to figure out what the Fed is going to do. So when it comes down to that, you know, everyone's looking at the Fed or looking at this number, and it's like, oh, the Fed might do this. And then it's like a digestion thing where it's like, oh, well, a good thing is actually bad because the Fed might do this. So the market goes quickly to the upside, flashes, and then kind of splits and goes in the opposite direction. So it's just one of those things where you really have a hard time getting a gauge on it now. So I don't put up the risk on that kind of a trade anymore, because I think every trade has a life cycle, and I think that life cycle is kind of closed, or it's kind of ended for now. It might open up again, but for now at least, the market cycle has walked away from that trade.
All right. Well, last but not least, what are your deadlifts and squats numbers?
Deadlift and squat numbers. Oh, people want to put up. Okay, my deadlift sits at 3 plates plus 25. What is that? Whatever the math on that is.
25 times 3? And
No.
the bar is 45?
No, it's 3. 3 is 315. 315 plus 50. 365 is my deadlift.
365?
365 is my deadlift, and my squat is 3 plus a 5-pounder. So 325.
325 and 365. All
325
right.
and 365.
Is that including the bar?
It's always including
Okay,
the bar.
okay, good.
Wait, how often do you go to the gym?
I don't. That's why I'm
Okay,
asking
okay,
you.
okay.
Like, are you including the bar?
You
weight,
have
or
to
are you
include
not
the
including?
bars
Okay.
included. The Olympic bars are 45 pounds
Yeah.
themselves, so you have to include them if you're
Yeah.
using Olympic bars.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. You guys have the numbers. Let's see now. Other people are going to probably put their bench numbers in here to compete with you. 365. How much do you weigh, though? Is that like one extra weight?
Oh, no, that's like, I'm 204. 205.
That's around one extra weight,
No,
then?
it's
More
like
than
one and
slightly
a
over?
half of my weight, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1.5.
That's pretty good.
Almost 2.
Beasted.
Almost 2, I think.
Beasted.
So, yeah. That's at 4. That's at like 5 something in the morning, too.
Yeah. And the fact that you're able to do that, have the energy to come for the show, do the show, smoke the trades, and then I don't know how you have energy to even do anything else. I guess,
To be fair, man, when I used to start going, your body takes like a couple weeks to get used to it. The first 2 weeks, though, if you're used to working on the afternoon and then you start working on the mornings, I used to like do my workout and then I needed a nap. I'd go home. I wouldn't trade at 8. That was like back a while ago. I get home and then I take a nap for like a power nap for like 20 minutes, half an hour, just so I can actually regroup, because I'd be falling asleep. If I didn't do it, I'd be falling asleep at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's not good, because one time I did fall asleep while I was in a trade, which was not good. So don't do that.
Yeah.
So take a nap if you need.
Always. Yeah. Sleep is for sure always needed. Something that I always struggle with. Are trades the only thing that Arun smokes? As far as I know, yes. As far as I know,
I'm pretty clean.
He doesn't even drink alcohol that much.
No, you know what the thing is about alcohol? Like, I'm not a big alcohol drinker.
Yeah.
For one, I'll do it socially, like randomly, but at the same time, give me something that tastes good.
You don't like beer?
No, I don't like the taste of beer.
Yeah. You like hard liquor?
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink it, I'll drink cognac.
Like a cocktail or like a sipper guy?
I'm a sipper guy.
Sipper?
I'll do cognac.
Okay.
I'll do cocktails too. Don't get me wrong. I do love me some mojitos though, but only when I'm traveling though, because you need that heat. Yeah, you need that hot weather outside. Get yourself a mojito. I'm good to go in that sense. But like, if you give me something that tastes good, like I think mojitos taste great. So if you give me something that tastes good, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, not big on alcohol.
All right.
We're good?
Don't see any other questions in the chat.
All right.
So I guess we're good for now.
All right.
Thank you, Arun,
it
for
up,
coming by,
Yes, sir.
answering some nice questions.
I just want to put it out there. This is what, can you guys see it? This is what,
Rob?
not Rob, this is what Valeriia has on her desk.
Yeah, read the percentage on it.
This is 50%.
Yeah, that's what Rob gave to Valeriia, and then guess how much he gave to Sean? A 25%. Less than that, sorry, yeah.
This is mead nectar. So what you guys should do, and I'm sure Valeria's in the chat, what you guys should do is make like a like count that you guys haven't hit before, and if you get to that like count, just get Valeriia to take
it
a
live
shot
on
of
the
this.
show.
Oh, there you go.
Bro, check out this number. 14% is what it is. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if you can see it. 14%.
It looks so much lighter too. You put the two of them next to each other. So yeah, that's what the target should be. If you guys hit a number of likes, there's probably 2 shots in here, maybe 1. I don't know. Let's just say 2 shots in here. Let's just get Valeriia drunk off of this. So just say 2 shots.
Yeah.
If you guys hit a like count, like a certain like count, she's got to take half this bottle as a shot.
I'm down.
So
I'm
just
down.
put it out there for her.
I don't know if YouTube will accept it, but
What's
I'm down.
this now?
It's
It says Valeriia got me this in Russia. Babushka in your face.
Babushka. There's a little doll here that plays. Where is the look at the little emo on the screen? That's the real Russian doll emo that we have over there. Yeah. All right, thank you guys for coming by, giving me some company, so I wasn't all by myself. I feel so loved. I have the most best trade floor ever. I feel so loved over here. But what I not feel loved about is this stock at the moment that I'm hard stuck on, and that is Moderna. Obviously, should have been out way before, but I'm just holding it to let it come back down. And if it does come back down, I can trade again for the day. And if it doesn't come back down, I can't trade anymore. So we're just waiting to see what Moderna wants to do. My time with you guys is almost wrapping up for tonight. Hopefully, I come back alive for the closing trades and I'm able to turn my day around using the closing trades. But that all depends on our bad boy Moderna over here to come back down to the down south side all the way back to VWAP if that's possible. Novavax, someone's typing Novavax. Whoa, NVAX, big pop. Okay, NVAX, I see you. Absolutely insane. Let's go to PFEC. Pfizer's also moving like that. Not really. BNTX, are you moving like that? Oh man, BNTX, what an absolute rip ever since VWAP. What the heck? And now it's almost at 360. So honestly, I think Moderna is actually ripping because BNTX is ripping, and when BNTX starts turning to the downside here, coming back to VWAP or so, or go back to 350, give you a nice 10R reward on that 360 short, maybe then Moderna starts making its way down to VWAP or so. BNTX ripping, Novavax ripping, your Moderna's ripping, Pfizer's trying to rip too very soon. Looks like someone said that UK booster news could be something that's helping these vaccine stocks find some sort of a retracement to the previous levels that we're trading at yesterday. Feel better? Okay, buddy. Okay. New to the channel, where y'all from? How long you'll been trading? Well, Dasha, ooh, that sounds Russian. So we do have a Russian girl that you'll see tomorrow if she's not sick. Fingers crossed. Valeriia. So what we do is we are day traders here, and we host the show from 8:30 till 4 o'clock. I'm the host of this show with my beautiful co-host Valeriia in the chat, and our shows from 11 o'clock till to 2 o'clock, and right after this show you'll be moved on to the closing show from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And basically we just trade stocks all day. We look at stocks being given out by viewers, and we have other key tools that could be used for new traders, beginning traders, advanced traders, any sort of skill level. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button if you are new, and enjoy the journey that you're about to embark yourself on of this beautiful career that I absolutely love and I hold so dear to my heart. What was the name of the trading book? Oh, it's One Good Trade, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, and the playbook. The playbook. You're a legend for asking my question, young blood. No, always, Amir, always, my friend. I always enjoy seeing you troll me, and I always enjoy talking to you. So no doubt. Prad, as you see, the market is now running higher after Powell stopped. I mean, I don't think that's the exact reason why, that just because he stopped talking the market's going higher. I don't think that's like the pinpoint reason why. I mean, we went pretty far to the downside. If you look at how far to the downside the market went, and now they're just retracing to VWAP. We're looking for another rejection candle coming in from VWAP to maybe back to 393, 392, or even a new low a day later on in the day. Like, anything is possible. I don't think it stopped because he stopped talking. Like, that's like a causation and correlation. You can't really tie them up together like that, but you can tie them up when the stock market drops. Immediately a sentence is said. Like, the way the second he said it's no longer transitory, the market is just straight to the downside. That's causation, correlation. But just because they went off on time and the market started turning around, I don't think that has to do anything with it. It didn't say anything negative. Well, he did say something negative, but he didn't say anything continuously negative that would have hurt the market, I guess. But yeah. Are you kidding me? It's for sure Powell. All right. I mean, I'm not trying to argue with people. You know, that's the beauty of the market. People have their opinions. Opinions clash, and market is made. Damn, MRNA has you stuck. Yeah, MRNA has me hard stuck, bro. I'm hard stuck in silver right now thanks to MRNA. Well, that's fine. You know, I made that decision on my own accord. I wanted to FOMO into that trade because my buddies are making money and I haven't, so I just FOMOed into it, and we'll just hold on to this until either it stops us out or it turns back into profit. All right, what are we going? NVAX again. Oh, we're already on NVAX. So I want to go check BNTX. Has BNTX started turning around from 360? So slightly around from 360 is where the turnaround is trying to come in at. So 357.97 right now. Let's see if it wants to come back to the downside and get completely rejected. AERC has a great arc VWAP. AERC, let's go see if it's at 20. Wow, it is. It did manage its way towards 20. It halted on the way down, but it didn't open way too far from the halt. So if I just click this button over here for you guys to see, it halted, didn't open too far down from the halt price, and managed to still stay in that same range. Let's see if we can go towards $25, $26 where VWAP is for AERC. At that point, you know, obviously I think the trade for AERC would maybe be completed for the day, and then we'll see how the stock trades tomorrow. But you know, 2 o'clock. Oh, it is 2 o'clock. I didn't even realize what time it is. I forgot. Time to start sending you guys over to the closing show. But yeah, AERC, we'll see how AERC trades for the rest of the day. You guys are going to be sending over right now to the closing show. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love. Miss V, get well soon. I can't wait to see you right next to me over here. Guys, until then, take care. Be safe on the close. Peace. Paka paka.
All right, guys, 2 o'clock. Thanks so much, Prad. We'll take you right through to the close. Welcome to the close. Going to be an interesting one today. Pretty negative here following Fed Chair Powell's comments. If you missed it early on this morning. I guess it wasn't too early, about 10:30 or so, saying that, yeah, transitory no longer. Get used to inflation. It might be here for a while, saying that it may be the second half of next year before we get prices